Live from the stadium, here's Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton, it's the Bulldogs against the Cougars of Hazleton area. I am Jim Doyle along with Andy Ulickney and Chris Algard. The producer of this broadcast is Ashlyn Walshaw. Well, the Bulldogs are 3 for 3 to start this season. 3 victories over teams that defeated them to start last season. Lake Lehman, Mid-Valley, and Lackawanna Trail. The Bulldogs not only 3-0, but dominant in those 3 wins. They are averaging 33 points a game. They're giving up 6.3 points per game. They're hoping to make it 4 for 4 to start this season tonight as they take on the Cougars of Hazleton area. A team that is 1-2, but it's a little deceiving because they lost to 2 very good, unbeaten 6A teams in Nazareth and Williamsport. And last week they got their first win in convincing fashion, 40-0 over West Scranton. And it was a significant win because it was the first career win for Scott Sacco in his first year as the head coach of the Cougars. Dennis Bookman moved on after last season. Dennis was the head coach for 5 seasons. Scott was a 2A lineman at Hazleton area from 2002 to 2004. He's the 8th head coach in the Jointures' 33 years. He's the first non-teacher among them, as he has a chiropractic practice here in Hazleton. So he had to be thrilled with that win. The Cougars have to be thrilled with getting off the slide and getting that victory, and they'll be going against the Bulldogs, who come in 3-0 here tonight. Andy Ulickney with us for Bulldogs football. Andy, again, whatever you call it, a revenge tour or payback tour or whatever it is, I think Berwick is a very talented team. We've seen that. But motivation is such a big part of this sport, and they have plenty of that because of what happened a year ago.
Yeah, I'll agree, Jimmy. You know, they pulled off that win, and it was a huge win for their program. And, you know, the rivalry factor. You know, you have this, road, Route 93, connecting the 2 cities. They're both proud of their football programs. They've had great back-and-forth games throughout years after years after years, decades after decades. So it's one of those where there's no intimidation. Both teams come in, looking to take it to the other, and we'll see how it plays out this year.
For the second straight week, we have a battle of 2 outstanding running backs. Last week, it was Berwick's Ty Wilkerson against Isaac Ryan of Lackawanna Trail. Tonight, it's again Ty Wilkerson against a very talented sophomore in Xavier Heck. His teammates and coaches call him X. His opponents call him Dangerous. And well, they might be. He's a dynamite.
He's dynamite and diminutive, 5'9", 154 pounds, and just a sophomore. But we know the family, we know the genes. His dad, Josh Heck, played here at Hazleton and starred at Bloomsburg University. He's coaching him, and Josh says Xavier's a little bit better at this point in his career. A speedster, and yet he's in that tough, muscular type of package. He's not afraid to run between the tackles. 224 yards last week against West Scranton. That's really saying something when you look at it. 3 rushing touchdowns, and, hey, defensively, he played as a freshman as a safety, and last week he returned an interception for a touchdown. So he has the full package. He has star power. But it's not just him. This team will pass maybe 60-40, even 70-30, and they like that part of the game as well.
Getting back to the running backs, Ty Wilkerson averages 9.2 yards a carry on the season. Xavier Heck, 9.1.
Wow.
So we're going to see some real talent. And they both play both ways. They both play safety. In fact, Xavier Heck was terrific last year as a 9th grader, and he's coming off a game in which he returned an interception against West Scranton for a touchdown. So they're two-way players. They're just terrific football players.
Yeah, they star both ways, and again, the running is the part that really does get them the attention, and Ty Wilkerson's going to get a lot of statewide attention by the way he runs. Bigger running back, and yet the speed is really there as well. People have to, stack the line to try to stop him because once he gets stopped, there's no catching him. But if you stack that line too much and he breaks through that first line of defense, it's a race to the goal line.
Andy, Berwick's defense has been outstanding so far this season, just 6.3 points per game. And, we get those individual stats every week, and the tackle totals amaze me because after 3 games, if you have double figures in tackles, that's pretty darn good. They have 8 different players with 10 or more tackles. That's outstanding.
It really is, and it's not just the linebackers where you expect them to be up there where people free them up to make the plays. It's guys like J.J. Leonard who lead the team in tackles. Matt Gordner's way up there. The defensive ends and Gabe Decker and Skylar Neville. And Ty Wilkerson comes up. Everyone contributes. It's a very aggressive, rally-to-the-football type of defense, and yet they play their positions well. They're not getting burned on reverses or counters.
Week 4 of the 2025 season, we've been blessed with excellent football weather so far. Tonight, no exception.
It's beautiful. And, of course, I remember the days of the mud field out here at Harmon Guy Stadium. No, beautiful AstroTurf, beautiful sunshine casting its shadows, the band out there playing. Perfect weather for football.
We mentioned earlier that Scott Sacco is in his first year as head coach of the Cougars of Hazleton area. We'll hear from him coming up next. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Did you inherit an estate or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
Looking for a convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
When the weather turns cold, you need reliability to keep your home and family warm. Chapin Oil in Nescapac has been the local choice for reliable home heating oil delivery and maintaining the tried and true service you've come to know only at Chapin Oil. Stay warm, stay local, and stay with the name you can trust. Chapin Oil, Nescapac. Call today to set up your delivery. Chapin Oil proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with the First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
32nd meeting tonight between Berwick and Hazleton area. Berwick leads the series 22-9, but last season at Crispin Field, it was the Cougars beating the Bulldogs by a score of 27-10. We're going to have a late kickoff start to tonight's game. They have ceremonies in remembrance of 9/11 So we will be starting a little bit later. Doesn't bother me because Bloomsburg University doesn't start until noon tomorrow near Pittsburgh, so I'm in no rush to get out of here. Berwick against Hazleton area here. You know, when your team wins 40-0, like Hazleton area did last Friday against West Scranton, chances are your team did a lot of things well. But for Hazleton area's first-year head coach Scott Sacco, he was particularly pleased with one aspect of his team's play.
Definitely running the ball. We ran the ball well. Young team. We really started to click. We saw it in that week's practice. Really starting to put the pieces together. We had 2 hard road games to start. Heading to Nazareth, heading to Williamsport. Long travel days. Hard, be away, especially for young players. Some of them getting their first time onto the field. Starting to get comfortable now. Starting to kind of come into their own, letting the speed of the game start to slow down for them.
When Hazleton area came to Crispin Field last year, they were very impressive at the safety position, especially for a 9th grader, Xavier Heck. Well, he's still playing safety for you, but he's also racking up some big numbers as a running back. What makes him a good high school running back?
Just his elusiveness, some of his cutback ability, his vision. He uses his blockers well. He could see the play developing in front of him and be able to cut off of his blockers and use if he has guys blocking downfield and be able to, cut the ball back, and his shiftiness and just, his football IQ. He is a really high football IQ.
This Berwick team is off to a good start, a 3-0 record. What concerns you about them?
It's a Berwick of old. We watch the film and we see their linemen, we see their guys up front, and reminds me of the Berwick teams that we played when I was in high school. Our kids are so young, they don't remember the Berwick teams of the 90s or the early 2000s, the teams that we had to go up and go against. So they're going to get a taste of that this week. This is a good Berwick team that's coming in. Their strength is up front. They run the ball really well, and it's going to be an all knockout war right there and up front.
Scott Sacco, in his first season as head coach of the Cougars of Hazleton area, as I mentioned earlier, he played in this program, 2-way lineman at Hazleton area from 2002 to 2004. Later, he went to Shippensburg University, where he played on the offensive line for legendary head coach Rocky Reese. His Cougars come in 1-2. They lost to Nazareth 46-7, Williamsport 28-7, and then last week they were all over West Scranton to the tune of 40-0. They're going against the unbeaten Bulldogs of Berwick here tonight. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Bulldogs when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Comfortable night here at Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton, dedicated in 1936. It's a beautiful night for both players and spectators as we get set for the 32nd meeting between Berwick and Hazleton area. Starting lineup for the Bulldogs, the tight end number 9, Gabe Decker. He is a 6'3", 200-pound sophomore. At the left tackle spot, number 56, J.J. Leonard. 6 foot, 265-pound senior. He has been outstanding so far on both sides of the football. As Andy mentioned earlier, leading the team in tackles on defense. The left guard is number 70, Draven Geiger. He's 5'11", 275 pounds, a senior. Nico Lonzinski will get the start at center. He is 6'1", 280 pounds, a junior. Matt Gordner starts at right guard for Berwick. He wears number 62. He is 6 foot, 275 pounds, a senior. And the right tackle, number 72, Mike Perry. 5'10", 225 pounds, a junior. It's an outstanding offensive line, tackle to tackle, averaging 264 pounds a man, with a lot of experience and a lot of talent on that offensive line. At the wide receiver position, well, Berwick had their first touchdown pass of the season last week, and the pass went to Alex Estrella, a 5'11", 175-pound senior speedster. 2 catches on the season, including that 32-yard grab against Lackawanna Trail early in the game at Crispin Field last Friday. The pass came from number 10, Brady Cleaver. He's a 5'10", 170-pound 9th grader. He hasn't thrown the ball much, just 11 passes, 4 completes for 54 yards, and that touchdown to Estrella. But he is a speedster and a terrific runner as a quarterback. 16 carries, 176 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He is averaging 11 yards a carry. The leading rusher on this team is number 5, Ty Wilkerson. 6'2", 205-pound senior. 64 attempts on the season for 592 yards and 8 touchdowns. He is averaging 9.2 yards a carry. The fullback leading the way for Ty is number 99, Everett Snyder. 5'11", 220-pound senior. Just 1 carry on the season for 4 yards, but has been used primarily as a blocker and has been terrific in that regard. We have a flyover here now at Harmon Guy Stadium. We mentioned the ceremonies in remembrance of 9/11, and one of the parachutists just landed on the field and did it well, kept his footing. The wide receivers for Berwick, in addition to Alex Estrella, Shiloh Escobar, a 6', 185-pound junior, and number 22, Caleb Bay, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. When we talked to Scott Sackle, the first-year head coach at Hazleton area, before the season at the Wyoming Valley Conference media day, he said the strength of his team was going to be speed. And that's something that Berwick has an abundance of as well. So it'll be interesting to see who has the edge in that regard in this game tonight. That is the starting lineup offensively for the Bulldogs under C.J. Curry in his second season as head coach. They come in with a 3-0 record, averaging 33 points a game, 262.2 rushing yards, 13.5 passing, total of 275.7 plus 1 in the turnover department. We'll check the starters for the Cougars of Hazleton area when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Chapin Oil in Escapec has been keeping your families warm and comfortable for generations. But Chapin Oil is much more than just heating oil. You'll also find a full-service gas station with ethanol-free fuel, plus a cozy coffee shop serving up the best lattes and espresso, and fresh-baked treats and donuts every day. Stop by, grab a treat, and say hello to your friends at Chapin Oil in Escapec, proud supporters of the Berwick Bulldogs.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential curbside pickup or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs. Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Jim Doyle, Andy Lickney, and Chris Algard here for high school football as we kick off weekend number 4 of the 2025 season. Bulldogs here at Harmon Guy Stadium taking on the Cougars of Hazleton area. Starting lineup offensively for the Cougars at the tight end, number 11, Marcus West. He is a 6-foot, 221-pound junior. We'll also see a sophomore at 6'4", 173 pounds, number 84, Nolan Heller. The left tackle is number 79, George Nensteel, 6'4", 265 pounds, just a 9th grader. The left guard is number 60, Mitchell Chickalese. He is 5'10", 237 pounds, a junior. Jake Zapaticki is the starting center. He is 6 foot, 274 pounds, a senior. Scott Mooney is number 50. He is the right guard. He is 6 foot, 242 pounds, a junior. And the right tackle is number 72, Rusty Schmidt. He is 6 foot, 222 pounds, a senior. The leading receiver on this team is a senior, Logan Gennaro. He's just 5'9", 143 pounds, but he is a very, very important part of this team. We'll see him on special teams. We'll see him on defense. And he is, as I mentioned, their leading receiver, 8 catches and 90 yards on the season. They'll also have him carry the football 10 times for 22 yards. The quarterback is Freddie Corrado. He has seen a lot of action at quarterback. This is his first season as a full-time starter, but he played some as a freshman, and then last year as a sophomore. He is committed to Penn State as a baseball player, even though he's only a junior. Good size for a quarterback, 6'5", 182 pounds. Through 3 games, he's completing only 39% of his passes, 28 for 71, 309 yards, no touchdowns. He has been intercepted 3 times. The running back who we talked about earlier is number 20, Xavier Heck. He is 5'9", 154 pounds, a sophomore. On the season, 45 attempts, 412 yards, and 3 touchdowns, averaging 9.1 yards a carry. He is also tied with Logan Gennaro for the most receptions on this team with 8 for 54 yards. So the Berwick defense will be tested by Logan Gennaro as a receiver and Xavier Heck as a running back. The fullback is number 28, Jackson Johnson. He is 5'8". He is 185 pounds, a junior. A couple of wideouts that we'll see. Jose Lopez, number 6, 6 foot, 190 pounds. A sophomore, I should say 159 pounds. 4 catches on the season for 59 yards. That's the starting lineup offensively for the Cougars of Hazleton area under Scott Sacco in his first year as head coach. They come in with a 1-2 record after losses to Nazareth and Williamsport, winning handily at home in their home opener last week against West Scranton by a score of 40-0. When we come back, we'll hear from Andy Lickney and his keys to tonight's game. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your
experts for all of our listening area. Roofing, the Roofing Ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalestateplanning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow, today.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of both. Shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Masons Monogramming for their latest new items. Masons Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
W234BH West Hazleton at 94.7, WVWX at W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station. WHLM Bloomsburg.
Fourth weekend of the 2025 high school football season kicking off through the region. Couple of matchups of unbeaten teams. Chris Algard will bring us updated on the scoreboard at halftime at the end of tonight's game. Here it is Hazleton area against Berwick. The keys to tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Well, Jim, we'll start with Hazleton. I think they left to balance their offensive attack. It's a team that loves to pass, but it's a team that's discovered the run last week with sophomore Xavier Heck. Overall, though, it's passing that's been predominant. They have the 6'5" quarterback in Freddie Corrado. On the season, he's 28 completes and 71 attempts, just over 100 yards a game. But again, two very challenging opponents in their openers. Kind of limit how successful you're going to be. 6'5", so he's tall. He has a big frame. He has a big arm. He can throw it. You mentioned, Jim, he is a baseball star. He has a scholarship. He's committed to play at Penn State for baseball. And when in trouble, if that pocket does collapse, he has a threat to run. He's willing to scramble, and those long legs, well, they eat up the yardage. If Berwick stymies the run, or if they choose a different type of game plan, we'll see a lot of sophomore Xavier Heck. He emerged last week against West Scranton. They knew of his talent. You can see it in practice. You know the speed, and you know the power that's in somewhat of a pint-sized player. He had 224 yards against West Scranton and 3 rushing touchdowns, so that's saying a lot. Comes from a super football family. His dad was Josh Heck, who starred here at Hazleton. When Josh graduated, he held almost all of the rushing records at Hazleton. In the 20-some years since, a lot of those have been surpassed, but boy, people still remember Josh Heck and his high school career. Jimmy, you and I remember him as a grade at Bloomsburg University. Took scholarship, came to BU, and had a great career for the Huskies. Now part of the coaching staff here, coaching the running backs, working a lot with his son, and sees a lot of similarities, although he feels the son's a shade better at this point in his career. Now, Berwick D needs to see what the particular game plan will be. Will it feature the pass? Will it feature the run? Will it strive for the balance? They're going to prepare for a balanced attack, stay in their base 52 defense, and look to stop both pass and run and see if one becomes predominant in the slant. They need all 3 levels of their defense to excel. The defensive line, well, they need pressure if there's pass. They need to defeat their blocks, keep people off the linebackers, and stop the run. So D-line, which has been tremendous all year, needs to be tremendous again in this game. Secondary, it's a real first awareness to the pass in this game. They know that Corrado likes to throw. It's been Hazleton's go-to type of offense. So they're going to have to think fast first, maybe a little back step as they go, but then read and be prepared if Xavier Heck breaks through that line. Linebackers, well, they're in the middle, and they may have the toughest job of all. They have to stop both. They have to be ready for quick hitters from Xavier Heck. They have to be ready for perimeter run game from Xavier Heck. And yet, if the pass comes quickly, they got to drop into those flats and into those medium-range zones and be able to stop the pass. Berwick will begin with its 52 base. It's been successful. They plan to drop the end. That'll be Gabe Decker's job. He'll be on the weak side, and he'll look to be in coverage when pass shows itself. But they're going to be ready if they have to switch out of that 53 base They could switch into a 4-4 or even a 4-3 with 4 men in the secondary if it really goes to a passing direction. How can Hazleton stop Berwick? Well, I don't know. For one thing, they have to limit the effectiveness of the running back, Ty Wilkerson, and that's tough. They run a 4-4 front, so there's 8 men up near the line of scrimmage to try to jam all the seams. They'll probably cheat their secondary up a little bit as well. Keep an eye on the inside linebacker, Sam Heller. He's a tremendous defender, very aggressive from that inside position. He's 6'1", 207 pounds. The senior is one of their best defenders. Number 2, though, they do feel that Berwick's going to open up the passing game with talented freshman Brady Cleaver. The pass defense has not been very strong for Hazleton this year. It's rather smallish in the secondary. 5'9", 143 at a corner, 159 at the other corner, 154 and 5'9" at safety. And Berwick has that relay team, state championship type speed that they can beat you downfield or show speed downfield, break it off, and come back. Cleaver has talent. They've been easing him into things throughout the season. He hasn't had to throw much. But when we've seen his arm, it's shown itself very well. Also, I think if you're going to kind of ease him into throwing in the game, keep an eye on Gabe Decker. Gabe Decker, that talented sophomore tight end, is a quick release and a short pass, a little spit. That can kind of get the quarterback into a nice rhythm. Will Berwick's speed prevail in this? Will Cleaver step up to the role as a passer? We'll see how this one does play out, Jimmy.
To show you the contrast in these two teams, Andy, Berwick has thrown 11 passes total in 3 games.
Yep.
Freddie Corrado threw 41 against Williamsport. We think Berwick can get after the passer. We think Berwick can cover because they have speed and experience. But the fact is, we don't know that yet.
No, and it depends on, how strong is the line for Hazleton area. They're a good size, 248 pounds a man. There is a freshman hit in there, but mostly seniors and juniors mixing it up. And they're well coached. So we'll see how that does go. But Berwick has shown some dominance with the play of J.J. Leonard in particular, Matt Gordner, guys like Draven Geiger, Everett Snyder when he's in at nose. They can overwhelm, and the defensive ends can, give you that rush from the outside when things aren't expected. So I do expect they can put pressure on the quarterback.
Jim Gordon is the referee for tonight's game. Stan Zaneski is the umpire. John Bekarovsky is the linesman. The line judge is Brendan Boyle. Jim Cox, the field judge. James Geiger, the side judge. Berwick won the toss, deferred to the second half. They'll be kicking off in Hazleton area, but moving from our left to our right as we view things here to start the game. Logan Gennaro and Xavier Heck deep for the Cougars.
Quite deep, down around the 8-yard line. Kicking from the middle of the field will be Caleb Yost. He often likes to kick from a hash mark and cross the field with it. We'll see how he goes from the middle as he approaches soccer style.
Caleb Yost approaches. The kick is very, very high and short. Be fielded at the 16-yard line by Connor Bacon. Good return to the outside, and Ashton Smith forces him out over the 40-yard line. So a nice return by Bacon. And Hazleton area will have good field position going against a Berwick defense that if they line up in a 5 to start, it'll be Gabe Decker and Skylar Neville at the ends, Matt Gordner and J.J. Leonard at the tackles, and Everett Snyder coming off a tremendous performance at the nose. Linebackers Brock Sims and Gavin Galusha. The corners Brady Cleaver and Caleb May. The free safety Alex Estrella. The strong safety Ty Wilkerson. They're marking the ball at the 40. So that's where the Cougars will put it in play. 1st and 10. Heck is the lone running back, deep in the backfield. Corrado under center. Got a wing to either side. One of those wings comes in motion. He'll lead the blocking for Heck, who tries the left side and gets nowhere. Maybe a half yard on the play.
Well, linebacker just read it, saw Heck come at him into the B gap on the right side, and he filled. Not sure which one gets credit, but I believe it was Brock Sims filling that very, very quickly. Less than a yard, Jimmy.
We'll call it 2nd down and 9. for the Cougars, as they have a slot to the right side, wide receiver left, 2 running backs for Corrado as he operates out of the pistol. Second down call. He's back to throw. He fires a quick out to the far side, has a completion. Man tries to make a move. He gets out to the 47-yard line. That's Logan Gennaro, who made the catch, his 9th catch of the season. Brady Cleaver from his corner position makes the stop for the Bulldogs. They mark it at the 47, so pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Pretty much a sideways pass, 2-step drop and throw, 2-step forward and catch, and then try to put a move on the corner, but couldn't get by him for the first down.
A wing to either side. Heck, the lone running back. Man in motion to the right. That's Jackson Johnson. Toss sweep right side to Heck, looking for the first down yardage. Has some to the Berwick 40 and ridden out of bounds near the 33-yard line. Alex Estrella made the stop, but a big gain for Xavier Heck.
Sweeping action off the right side. Skylar Neville tried to contain it, but as the fullback or guard pulled him, came and blocked him, he had to give up a little too much room, and Heck just turned it up inside in the wide C-gap and got a beautiful run.
That's 21 yards on the carry by Heck. 1st and 10, Cougars at the Berwick 32-yard line. Now it's a straight I formation. Johnson ahead of Heck in the I. Now Johnson takes a move toward the right. They give us to Heck, looking for some room, and he's brought down after a short gain on the play. Skylar Neville coming from his defensive end position. J.J. Leonard there as well.
Yeah, J.J. is following the motion. It was going like a sweep to the left, but he saw it was stuffed up, and he cut back toward the center. That's where Berwick was in position to stop him for about 1.5 yards.
2nd down and 8. Hazleton area at the Berwick 30-yard line. Cougars on the march here early. Slot to the left side, and Xavier Heck is in that slot. Empty backfield for Corrado, who waits the shotgun snap. He's back to throw. He's looking. He fires over the middle to Gennaro. Breaks a tackle at the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in for a touchdown. Logan Gennaro over the middle, caught the pass, broke the tackle, and goes 30 yards for the score.
First blood goes to Hazleton, Jim. He had a nice opening drive after a nice return. And then the connection, Freddie Cadero to his favorite receiver, Logan Gennaro. Beautiful pass and catch. Eluding tacklers, fumbling, but not until he's in the end zone where it doesn't matter.
Gia Terse will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Freddie Corrado. Snap, placement, kick is low and off to the left, so the kick for the extra point fails. Timeout on the field, 9:08 to go, first quarter. Hazleton area 6, Berwick nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Coming off their first win of the season, Hazleton area had the momentum carry over to the start of this one as they take the opening kickoff and go 6 plays, 40 yards, 30-yard touchdown pass. Freddie Corrado to Logan Gennaro. Kick for the extra point failed, but Hazleton area with a 6-0 lead, 9:08 remaining in the first quarter.
Beautiful drive, mixing the run with the pass, Jim, keeping Berwick back on its heels.
Gianni Terse will kick off. For Berwick, Caleb May is deep, along with Gavin Galusha. 6-0 Cougars at the start. Terse's kick up the middle will be fielded by May at the 15-yard line. Caleb to the 20, to the far side, 25, stood up there. Great coverage downfield by the Cougars, and Berwick will take over at their 25-yard line.
Danny Zola put a crushing hit on Caleb May, who looked like he was going to find a room up the sideline, but he was stopped short by Danny Zola.
So the Cougars start out with a touchdown. We'll see if Berwick can answer here with a little over 9 minutes to go in this opening quarter. So set the ball down at the Bulldogs' 26-yard line. Bulldogs moving from our right to our left as we view things here in the opening quarter. This offense has been very good through the first 3 weeks of the season. 33 points a game. Now Berwick starts out with 4 receivers to the left and a flag down the play.
I don't know if someone moved, Jim, but people are surprised to see quad receivers. The huddle call was for Brady Cleaver to get it in shotgun, throw it over to Ty Wilkerson in that quad receiver bunch. You need to have 3 receivers blocking for him. But all for naught because of the flag. It'd be offsides against Berwick as somebody moved.
I think it was one of the receivers lining up offside, but regardless, it's a 5-yard walk-off against the Bulldogs to the 21. It'll be 1st and 15.
You hate to have a trick play ready and then get out there to execute it and have it shown and blown.
I formation, first down call. Ty Wilkerson the call, off the right side, breaks a tackle and another into the secondary and all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Real nice run. Berwick sneaks in an unbalanced line, often from a shift in the backfield, Jim. You had 4 people in the backfield, people shifted out, and sometime before you know it, there's an unbalanced that the defense will not adjust to. They ran toward that unbalanced on the right side, and real nice yardage of 13 yards for Ty Wilkerson.
Berwick, 2nd down and 3 from their 34. Again, the I formation. Everett Snyder is the fullback. He leads the way for Ty Wilkerson, tries to get outside left and won't get there. Great defense by the Cougars. Jackson Johnson among the people in on the stop from his linebacker position.
Yeah, listed as an inside linebacker, Jim, but he was outside on that play and nobody blocked him. At the point of attack, you can't leave a tough guy like Jackson Johnson unblocked. One of their bigger players, 185-pounder, tough enough to play inside linebacker. Here he was switched to the outside.
3rd down and 3 now for Berwick from their 34, and all kinds of movement. And I think Berwick's going to cost themselves 5 again.
I think so too, Jim, and it's uncharacteristic. They haven't had that many penalties in their first 3 games. And all of a sudden, here in this opening drive in the first 4 plays, we're seeing two times the flags come out for movement.
It really changes things from a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd down and 8.
Keep your eye on the quarterback.
A direct snap to Ty Wilkerson. Sweeps the right side, has the first down and then some. They went to the Wildcat formation. The direct snap to Ty Wilkerson, and he picks up the first down.
Was a quarterback running away, but just what Wilkerson has the quarterback in that Wildcat. Always a very good look. He gets a good look in that deep shotgun as to where the field is going to be, where the blocker's going to be. So tough as it may be, with 2 5-yard penalties in the opening drive, they do move the chains.
10 yards on the carry by Ty Wilkerson. Now he lines up to the left of Brady Cleaver, who operates out of the gun. First down from the 39. Cleaver gives to Caleb May coming around, breaks the tackle to the 45, over midfield, down the far sideline, runs over a tackler and gets to near the 35-yard line. A run that shows the speed of Caleb May, and he showed some power at the end of that run.
Yeah, wasn't afraid to drop the shoulder. Lined up as a slot on the right, came in motion and took the jet sweep action. Berwick had the left side blocked very well. He found the soft corner and then turned it and used that speed and finished it tough, as you said, Jim.
26 yards on the carry by Caleb May. 1st and 10 Berwick at the Hazleton area 35. Cleaver gives on a delay to Ty Wilkerson, runs over a member of the secondary and gets inside the 30-yard line.
Draven Geiger kicking out, getting a key block. Able to run inside of that very, very nicely for a good 6 yards.
Xavier Heck making the stop from his secondary position. 2nd and 4 for Berwick. The thing that's impressive about these Berwick runners, yes, they have speed, but they don't hesitate from the contact.
No, they don't. And good blocking up front to give him that initial seam.
Slot to the right side, out of the pistol. The give is to Wilkerson, straight ahead. Good effort by him, picks up about 6 to the 25-yard line.
They dove Everett Snyder ahead of him, almost like an isolation. But I think Hazleton is anticipating, we got to go where the blocking's going. They closed that up pretty quick. Now, nice, tough running by Tymir Wilkerson to get good yardage despite being hit.
1st and 10, Berwick at the Cougar 25-yard line. Joel Vasquez in on that last stop for Hazleton area. Now, Wilkerson gets a breather. Gavin Galusha is the running back. Cleaver under center. Galusha the only back behind him. Gets the call. Ahead, gets to about the 22-yard line. Galusha on his first carry of the night. Hayden Nensdale makes the stop for Hazleton area.
Supposed to be pulling a guard and kick out the defensive end. There was a collision, but the defensive end got around it and got a hand on Gavin Galusha in the backfield. So that'll limit it to a 2-yard run.
2nd down and 8. Berwick on the march at the Hazleton area. 23-yard line. Bulldogs trailing 6-0. 5:46 to go, opening quarter.
Ball's on the left hash. Berwick sideline on the right side. Gabe Decker over there to block.
Again, Galusha is the lone running back. Gavin gets the call, hit behind the line, and battles to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all great penetration by Nolan Heller from his defensive end position for Hazleton area. So now it's 3rd down and 8 as Ty Wilkerson back in that lineup.
The defensive ends are often left untouched. You figure that they're not going to get involved in a play going up the middle. But these defensive ends are coming across and veering inside, and they're stopping these plays, slowing them down in the backfield.
3rd and 8. Cleaver out of the gun. Wilkerson to his right. Neville goes in motion to the right. Toss sweep to the right. Turning the corner at the 15, the 10, the 5. Wilkerson in for a Berwick touchdown. Ty Wilkerson behind the blocking of Skylar Neville. Got the toss sweep right side and goes the distance, 23 yards for the score.
Well, it looked easy. Bring people in motion, shift people, and before you know it, Berwick has Hazleton's defense outnumbered on the right side. Pitch it to Ty Wilkerson. He sees the blocking. Everything's sealed off to the inside. He just uses his speed to take it to the pylon. Easy touchdown for Wilkerson with that speed because of the great blocking.
Caleb Yost, 10 for 11 on the season in extra points. Will try to give Berwick the lead. Snap is a little bit high, but Ashton Smith gets it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 4:44 to go, first quarter. Berwick 7, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential curbside pickup or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics Full Service Trash Service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Great start to this one, offensively at least. Hazleton area takes the opening kickoff, puts a scoring drive together, takes a 6-0 lead. Berwick answers with a 9-play, 74-yard drive as Ty Wilkerson, with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season from 23 yards out. Caleb Yost with the extra point, a point that gives Berwick a 7-6 lead, 4:44 to go in the first.
Berwick has to be very happy with the offense coming back, scoring that matching touchdown and getting the point to go ahead. They got to be a little disappointed in that defense. Not a good opening showing against the balanced attack that Hazleton came with, their nice scripted opening drive.
Caleb Yost, the sophomore, now 11 for 12 on the season in extra points. He'll be kicking off as soon as he gets the signal from the officiating crew.
A little slow with that whistle. Again, from the middle of the field, approaching soccer style from his left.
This might be a television delay.
You might be right there, Jim, because they're a little slow at the opening kickoff, too. Everyone else is ready, except for the television.
So Yost about to kick it off. Logan Gennaro, Xavier Heck deep for the Cougars. Finally, we're out of that delay. And Yost, the sophomore, gets his foot into it. Toward the far sideline, high hop for Heck. Down around the 15-yard line. Berwick in good pursuit, but he gets a block, and he gets to the outside. He turns the corner to the 25 and the 30, and out over the 35-yard line. Well, Berwick appeared to have good coverage downfield. Just too much talent and speed from Xavier Heck.
Yeah, the speed is the thing, Jim. It was a good deep kick, and he had to let it bounce before he could get to it. He's on the far side of the field. Starts his way up toward the hash, then toward the middle of the field, and before you know it, Berwick has lost contain here on the outside. And, another nice return to set Hazleton up with very good field position for their drive.
They mark at the 35-yard line. Cougars move from our left to our right. Their second possession. They trail now 7-6. Out of the gun, Corrado has Heck to his right. Xavier Heck gets the call straight ahead. And he gets to about the 38-yard line. He'll pick up about 3. Second down coming.
Yeah, hitting the B gap on the left side. Berwick has shifted out of its 52 defense to start this series, and they're going with a 4-4. Gives them a little bit more pass protection, a little bit more of a look at what's coming.
Second down call coming. Cougars at their own 38-yard line. Slot to the right side. Gennaro, who caught that touchdown pass earlier, is in a slot to the right. And back to throw is Corrado. Dumps it out here to Heck. He is caught in the open field right at the line of scrimmage. That's a terrific play by Brock Sims. That's a lonely spot when you're one-on-one against Xavier Heck in the open field. Sims was up to the task.
He certainly was. Little flare pass, a dump after they send everyone else downfield, hoping to make some open space for the very dangerous and speedy Xavier Heck. But Brock Sims rolled out with him, saw him in that zone, came up hard and met him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
5 wide receivers, no running backs. 3rd and 7. Corrado out of the gun, has the snap. Straight drop back to throw. Now the pocket collapses and he's been brought down the 37-yard line. A group sack by the Bulldogs. Everett Snyder among the people in on the play, and also Skylar Neville.
Yeah, Skylar Neville was at the bottom, grabbed at the ankles, and that's going to actually be a true sack. They lost a yard on it, set up a 4th and about 8, and that'll set out the punt.
Corrado does the punting for this team. Ryan Welsh, a senior, does the long snapping. Gavin Galusha and Brady Cleaver deep for Berwick. Corrado back at his 24-yard line. Gets the kick away. Beautiful punt. High and deep. Galusha at the Berwick 28 to the 30 to the 35 and hit and dropped at about the 37-yard line. So that's where Berwick will put it in play with 2:31 remaining in this opening quarter. The Bulldogs leading 7-6. 37 yards on the punt, 6 yards on the return.
A good hustle down there by Hazleton's Wilmington Fabra. With a good sure hit on Berwick's ball carrier there.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. First possession for them on the evening. 9-play, 74-yard drive. Ty Wilkerson with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. Bulldogs moving from our right to our left in this opening period. Freshman quarterback Brady Cleaver awaits the shotgun snap.
They wanted to open the game with a pass. Different formation here.
Wilkerson takes the handoff off the right side. He has some running room, plows over the 40 to the 42-yard line. At least 5 on the play before Hayden Nensteel can make the stop for the Cougars.
And just power football, Jim, using the right side of the line. Matt Gardner, Mike Perry, pounding on in, pile driving, stretching for just about 5.
Second down call coming. Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line. And this Berwick offense has been prolific. 33 points a game through their first 3 wins of this season. Slot to the right. Shiloh Escobar's wide to the left. Cleaver out of the gun. Fakes a toss sweep. Keeps the football. Looks for some room, and Sam Heller rings him down. We talked about Heller. As Scott Sacco told us this week, he's probably their best defender. And boy, usually when you fake a toss to Ty Wilkerson, there's lots of room. Heller would not be fooled. A loss of 2 back to the 40, 3rd down and 7.
Playing his positional role, Jim, he's blitzed to be backside, so the fake pitch is going to the left. He's opposite that, so he has to stay for counter. And he waited, the quarterback did counter, and he filled that spot.
3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs at their own 40. Cleaver out of the gun. Rolls to his left, stops, looks the opposite way, pass too high. For the intended receiver at the 42-yard line, that was Alex Estrella. Wouldn't have been the first down anyhow. And the punt team on for Berwick.
Yeah, Logan Gennaro was on him very, very tightly. The throw sailed high, but even if he made the catch, might have gained a yard or two, but Logan Gennaro certainly in position to either defend the pass if it's on target or to make the tackle for minimal gain.
And Gennaro, only 143 pounds, a senior, but he does a little bit of everything for this team, including return punts. He's back there now. Caleb Yost back at the Berwick 26-yard line, awaiting the long snap. Good snap. Kick is away. Gennaro will let it roll, and it takes a Berwick bounce inside the 10-yard line and still going down around the 7-yard line. So that's a terrific punt by Caleb Yost. 53 yards. He had one earlier this season of 58, so he has really been a great special teams player for Berwick.
Alex Estrella is down on the punt, watching. It doesn't bounce out of bounds, but it rolls from the 10 toward the 5, and he's waving it like he's waving with a fan to get as much behind it as he could to get it as deep into Hazleton territory as possible.
1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 8-yard line. 44.2 seconds remaining. Full house backfield now as Corrado goes under center from the 8, and now after a shift, Corrado out of the pistol with Heck behind him at the 1. Toss sweep left side to Xavier Heck, looking for some running room, and he'll get just a couple if he gets to the 10-yard line. I'm not sure he did.
Brady Cleaver came up hard from his cornerback. What he realized is it was unbalanced to the left, and then the shift out of that straight T brought 2 wingbacks to the same side. So unbalanced and an overload with 2 wingbacks. Brady Cleaver sensed the pitch coming his way and gets in and makes a real nice play on it.
2nd and 9. Again, they line up in the full house backfield. Let's see if they shift as they did before. Is Corrado? Yes. Backs up into the pistol. 2nd down call coming. Heck gets the call. Tries the left side. Gets over the 10 to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line on what will be the final play of this opening quarter with the score. Berwick 7, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
1 quarter of the books here at Harmon Guy Stadium at Hazleton. Berwick leads Hazleton area 7-6. We'll start the second quarter with a big call coming for the Cougars, who will be moving from our right to our left in the second quarter. They have a 3rd down and 7, and they have it back at their 11-yard line. So a failure to convert would probably concede really good field position to Berwick.
And they're shown an open formation with trips to the right and a wide receiver left of that. So coming out of that, shifting from the T with two wingbacks and a passing down.
Here we go. 3rd down and 7. Freddie Corrado, the 6'5 junior quarterback, will await the shotgun snap. Xavier Heck is the running back to his right.
4-man rush.
Rolling right is Corrado into his own end zone. Looks right, throws at the last minute. It's a catch at the 19-yard line. Looks like a first down. Logan Gennaro took a big hit and hung on.
Tyler Wilkerson came up from safety and tried to separate him from the football. But the quarterback rolling, and eventually throwing across his body a little bit. Finds his receiver, Gennaro, and despite Tyler Wilkerson's punishing hit, he gets enough to make the chains.
And good patience by Corrado.
Oh, yeah.
As he was rolling out right and waited. Big conversion for the Cougars, who have a first down at their own 19.
They're 3 for 3 passing.
3 receivers to the left. Corrado out of the gun. Hands the ball to Xavier Heck. Quick hitter. He'll get out to about the 24-yard line. 5 yards on that quick hitter. Gavin Galusha comes from his linebacker spot to make the play for the Bulldogs.
They've showed counter tray action, not always pulling linemen, but sometimes pulling those wingbacks. Counters are a little tricky on the linebacker, but Galusha on the backside sees the counter action and comes in and makes the hit, but not till there's 5 yards on the gain.
Connor Bacon wide left and 4 wide receivers to the right. Empty backfield for Corrado. 2nd and 5, Cougars at their own 24. Corrado looks to the sideline for the play call. Has the snap, straight drop back to throw, looking, nothing there. Berwick closing in, and he's brought down the 20-yard line. 2nd sack of this game for the Bulldogs.
Skylar Neville played it wonderfully. Defensive end on the defensive right side. Quarterback went back, tried to find receivers in that banana bunch on the right, couldn't, saw the coverage on the left, so tried to step up. First thought of going around Skylar Neville's side, couldn't. Tried to go inside, couldn't do that either, as Skylar Neville kept him pinned in and used his arms for a good solid tackle.
We have a timeout on the field. 10:03 remaining, first half. Berwick 7, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Jim Doyle, Andy Lickney, and Chris Algard from Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton. 10:03 to go first half. Berwick leads Hazleton area 7-6. The Cougars converted on 1 3rd down on this possession. They'll try to do it again after their timeout. They have a 3rd and 9 back at their 20.
Weren't afraid to roll the quarterback on the last 3rd and long, anticipating a strong pass rush from Berwick. See if they keep him in the pocket this time or roll to that wide right side again.
Corrado out of the gun. Has the snap, back to throw, looking to set up an inside screen. Has Heck. Heck at the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, over midfield, and Ty Wilkerson finally brings him down near the Berwick 47. Beautiful play call on 3rd and 9.
Yes, it was. Little inside screen. Linebackers misplayed it, Jim. Berwick only rushed 4, no blitz needed, so the linebacker should be taking a step or 2 back. They read the screen, came up, but got lost in the interference of the lineman. Couldn't make the tackle on Heck, who rushes downfield very nicely after the catch.
33 yards on the play from the Berwick 47. 1st and 10, Hazleton area. The give is to Heck, looking for room off the right side, and he has some. Gets inside the 45 near the Berwick 43-yard line. J.J. Leonard among the people in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, reaching back, though. Linebackers, again, need to fill those gaps a little bit more forcefully. 4 yards there for Xavier Heck.
2nd down and 6 for the Cougars at the Bulldog 43. Berwick with a 7-6 advantage. The clock goes under 9 minutes remaining in this opening half. Danny Colon, wide receiver to the right. Connor Bacon to the left. Straight I formation. Is Corrado under center. Give to Heck. Tries the left side and not much doing. Right about the line of scrimmage. It's good defense by Berwick that time. Brock Sims from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, he sensed it. He saw it deep in the eye. Heck was going to get the ball, so deep in his linebacker position, he comes up through the line of scrimmage and is able to get Heck knocked the feet out from under him.
Cougars have been very good on 3rd downs in this possession. They face another one here. 3rd down and 6 at the Berwick 43-yard line. Wide receiver to either side. A running back to either side of Corrado, who rolls right to throw. Looking, nothing there. Reverses his field, throws off balance, incomplete. Good pass rush by Berwick. Skylar Neville was all over Corrado, and that's a tough throw. Running to your left, throwing with your right.
By design, he wanted to roll to the right behind some interference of running backs who almost looked like they were both going out for screen passes on that side. But he turned around, forced to reverse his field, and as you said, Skylar Neville providing interference. Jim, I don't think we see a punter out there, do we?
4th down and 6. Nope. Cougars will go from the Berwick 43-yard line. Slot to the right, slot to the left. Heck, the running back, to the right of Freddie Corrado. 4th down call. Corrado has the snap, and he's back to throw, and he fires, and the ball is dropped at the 37-yard line. Connor Bacon was there, so was the pass. Would have been a 1st down. Instead, Berwick will get the football with 7:58 to go in the half, and the Bulldogs leading 7-6.
Twin receivers on each side of the field. Quarterback did a pre-snap read and figured Connor Bacon's going to open. He did. He had the chains. Ball thrown hard, but the youngster could not hold on to the football.
So the Bulldogs will get it with a chance to add to their 1-point lead. Berwick moving from our left to a right as we view things here in the first half with that 7-6 advantage.
Let's go, defense!
First half moving along very quickly.
Ty Wilkerson in that backfield. Everett Snyder ahead of him in the straight I formation. Brady Cleaver under center. Wilkerson gets caught the left side over midfield. Down the far sideline 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, in for Berwick touchdown. Ty Wilkerson is 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. This one from 55 yards out.
Give him 106 on the game and a beautiful. You called it a straight eye, Jim, but a little bit of an offset eye as Everett Snyder was over the left guard. They attacked the left side in the C gap, kick things out, double things in, and before you know it, 5 yards past that line of scrimmage, it's off to the races with Tymere Wilkerson. Corners had angles, but the speed of Ty Wilkerson is too much for those angles. They just can't make it up.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Good snap by Gabe Decker. The ball is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field. 7:48 to go. Opening half. Berwick 14, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football.
10th play of their drive. Had it at the Berwick 43-yard line, facing a 4th and 6. They went for it. The pass was there. The catch was not. And one play later, Ty Wilkerson did what Ty Wilkerson does. 55 yards for the score. And Berwick has increased their lead to 14-6, 7:48 to go in the half.
We know Wilkerson has power, didn't need any in that. It was just a pure speed. But he'll credit the fullbacks, the ends, the offensive line for really opening up that C-gap off the left side for him to run. And then he just makes the corners and safeties lose their angle with that superior speed.
10 rushing touchdowns on the season now for Ty Wilkerson. Here's Caleb Yost with a kickoff low line drive. Skitters along the turf, and it goes out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
You know, the ball was live there. No one really able to get to it.
Yeah,
Berwick had a little bit more speed. It could have been an onside kick with a recovery down around the 25-yard line. But Hazleton couldn't get to it either, and it takes an innocuous bounce out of bounds.
Yeah, sometimes returners get confused on that. They think it's a punt. Well, it's not a punt. It's a kickoff, and different rules that apply. One of the things they have here at Harmon Guys Stadium, Andy, that I want to point out, I think it's terrific.
I love it too.
They have the LED lights on the play indicator.
I've seen it at Southern Columbia, Jim, as well. The yard markers are lit up just wonderfully. They're going to mark the 5-yard penalty off and set this ball down at the 35 for the 1st and 10 for Hazleton. But no, it makes it nice and easy to see where the ball's being spotted when you can put that yard marker right there, and it's nice and bright and orange.
1st and 10, Cougars at their 35. Corrado out of the gun. Heck is to his left. Corrado gives the ball to Xavier Heck. He's got running room off the right side and comes up just short of the first down yardage out near the 44.
Yeah, can't be stopped until he gets into the secondary, and Alex Estrella has to kind of square up on him. But not till he has a good 8-9 yards on that gain. Good blocking by the Hazleton line. Good running, patient running, and then the burst at the end to extend the play, but there's a penalty. Holding against Hazleton. From the line of scrimmage, 10 yards, so it'll be a 1st and 20 instead of a 2nd and 1.
Back at the 25-yard line are the Cougars. Berwick on the road again next week. They're at the Hanover area. First trip there for Andy and me and for this group of Bulldogs. 1st and 20. Corrado back to throw. Looking long downfield, has a man, and he makes the catch inside the 30-yard line. A terrific pass to Jose Lopez. Terrific throw by Corrado.
We mentioned his size, so he has that big arm, and boy, he let it fly. He really let it go high, and Jose Lopez just kept on running. I think the cornerback just figured quarterback can't throw it that far, but boy, he could. Lopez runs over it and gets pulled down at the very end of the play.
47 yards on the reception. Hazleton area at the Berwick 28-yard line. Trailing by 8. 3 receivers to the right. Heck is the running back. To the right of Corrado. Xavier Heck gets the ball. He has some running room. He's inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line.
Gavin Galusha coming across and making the play. They ran toward the A-gap on the right side, but it wasn't there. So Heck just stays behind his big right guard, his big center, his big left guard, crosses behind in the backfield and gets an 8-yard gain.
2nd down call coming from the Berwick 21. Corrado dumps a pass out to Xavier Heck. Berwick has it read perfectly, and they'll lose yardage. Brock Sims with a terrific play from his linebacker position.
Almost like a lateral, but overhand and a little bit forward, even though the quarterback dropped back 6. The running back was at 5, so yes, you'll call it a pass. But defended so well that Berwick comes up into the backfield, catches Heck as he's waiting to catch the ball, and drops him for a 6-yard loss.
3rd down and 9. Hazleton area at the Berwick 27-yard line. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Corrado out of the gun. Has the snap, back to throw, looking, big pass rush, rolls right, fires incomplete. Boy, Skylar Neville really gets after the quarterback.
He really does. Force the quarterback to throw it away. No one really in the area. There's a receiver almost down in the end zone, but this is falling around the 20-yard line and going out of bounds. but the quarterback rolling out of the pocket is given the liberty to throw that away.
Here's a 4th down and 7. Hazleton area on their last possession on 4th and 6 came up short on a drop pass. Let's see how they play it here.
They're on the right hash, wide side of the field here on the Hazleton side to his left.
Slot to the right, Corrado. Straight drop back to throw. There's that inside screen, and it's tipped and incomplete. As Skylar Neville read that one, he was back. Again, they had a big gain with that with Xavier Heck earlier, and Neville got a hand on it, was nearly intercepted. Berwick takes over the football.
He broke his pass rush reading screen, came into the area, went up high one-handed, and seemed to have it, Jim. He would have changed field position by about 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage with the interception. When it came down, it also bounced into the hands of Galusha, who had it, and that would have been sort of a 3-yard difference in what Berwick would have had. But the incomplete, just about the same in field position, so they're not going to fret too much about not getting the interception to their credits.
5:19 to go in the half. Berwick 1st and 10, their own 27. Ty Wilkerson gets the call, tries to go outside. It's not there, so he cuts it inside, gets to about the 33-yard line. Play was designed to go outside. Good vision by Ty Wilkerson that time.
And you give him 5 yards, Jim, which is surprising. It didn't seem like he was going to gain anything at all. He's pinned in on sort of a sweeping action by the defensive end who turns him back inside. It's kind of drop your head, get whatever you can, and whatever he can is a good 5-yard gain.
2nd down call coming. After a shift, it's the I formation. Everett Snyder, the fullback, ahead of Ty Wilkerson. Wilkerson, the call off the left side, has running room. Down the far sideline over midfield. It's a foot race to the 35, the 30, and ridden out of bounds inside the 20-yard line of the Cougars.
Everett Snyder ended up in the fullback position ahead of Ty Wilkerson as they both shifted from wings into the backfield. It then just became a kick out on the outside. Everett Snyder just blew the defensive end out of the area. Ty Wilkerson hit that C-gap on the left side toward the Berwick sideline. As you mentioned, a foot race until the safeties, who were very deep, were able to angle down and get him.
49 yards on the carry. Wilkerson will get a breather now. From the 18, it's Gavin Galusha up the middle, and he's got running room, and he's still on his feet down near the 10-yard line. Berwick's offensive line getting it done, and Galusha taking advantage.
He'll get 8 on that, Jim. So Ty Wilkerson up to 160 yards, and yes, he needs a breather, but it's no breather for the Hazleton defense as Galusha bursts ahead for 8 yards behind that solid wall of blocking.
2nd down and 2. Snyder is the fullback, ahead of Galusha in the I. Brady Cleaver under center. Tight end to either side. Galusha gets the call off the left side, looking for the 1st down yardage, and he's very, very close.
Backside eventually pulls him in. Again, there's so many people there that you can't block everyone on the backside. But the defense is playing it very tough. Jackson Johnson coming down behind the line of scrimmage, getting the tackle, but not until Galusha has the chains.
1st and goal, Berwick at the 7. They needed 2. Gavin Galusha got 3. Clock running, 3:38 to go. In the first half, Berwick trying to add to a 14-6 lead. Galusha stays in there on the 1st and goal at the 7. Cleaver under center. Galusha the call, and he slips down for a loss on the play.
Yeah, Hazleton was able to slide a man through Marcus West, who normally plays defensive end. Again, Berwick likes to slide innocuously without people noticing into an unbalanced line and then getting the quick snap. When they were running toward that unbalance, thinking they had Hazleton unmanned, but from the backside, West comes on in and is able to make the play on Galusha.
2nd and goal, Bulldogs at the Cougar 10. Wilkerson back in there as the lone running back. Toss sweep right side to Ty Wilkerson. Hazleton plays it well, but he cuts it inside and gets inside the 5 to around the 4. Cougars were ready for that sweep, but Ty Wilkerson, again showing that vision we mentioned earlier, cuts it inside, avoiding those people that were ready to make the stop outside. They're going to mark it at the 6, so give him 4, 3rd and goal.
Connor Bacon had the penetration on the outside that forced Tymere Wilkerson to take it in. But Again, he still fights for yardage.
Third down and goal. Berwick at the Hazleton area 6. Cleaver out of the gun. Wilkerson to his left. Cleaver tosses it out to Wilkerson, tries the left side, breaks one tackle, gets down near the end zone. No indication from the officials. He came up just short. 4th and goal coming.
Might be inside the 2, Jim, and he made 2 people miss to get to that. Most normal runners would have been stopped for a 2-yard loss. Instead, he turns it into a 2 or 3-yard gain, setting up this 4th down try.
The ball at the 2-yard line. So give Wilkerson 4 on the play. Big call coming. Berwick trying to add to a 14-6 lead. Clock running, 1:29 to go in the half. Bulldogs 4th and goal at the Cougar 2.
Unbalanced on the right side. Quarterback's not happy. Timeout.
Berwick will use one. 1:19 to go in the half. Bulldogs by 8. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
W234BH West Hazleton at 94.7, WVWX at W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station. WHLN Bloomsburg.
Big moment in this game. 1:19 to go in the half. Berwick, 4th and goal at the Hazleton area 2-yard line. If the Bulldogs can punch it in, they'll obviously extend their lead, and they'll also get the football to start this second half. This will be a big stand for Hazleton area if they can get it. Wilkerson deep in the backfield. Cleaver under center. 2 blocking backs to the right. Wilkerson gets the call straight ahead, and Ty Wilkerson's in for a Berwick touchdown. Straight ahead, good blocking. Wilkerson fouls it.
They've been getting people sifting through as the Hazleton defense has been blitzing. So I think they wanted to change the play from what they had, a perimeter play, to a straight-ahead play. Stacked both blocking backs right over the right guard, Draven Geiger, and ran right over that area straight ahead.
Now the extra point attempt by sophomore Caleb Yost, 2 for 2 in this game, 12 for 13 on the season. Snap is a good one. Placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 1:15 to go, opening half. Berwick, 21. Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick extends their lead to 21-6 with an 8-play, 73-yard drive. Ty Wilkerson's 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, his 11th of the season. He had a 49-yard run during that drive to set things up. And the Bulldogs extend that lead, 1:15 remaining this opening half.
Caleb Yost back over on the left hash for his kick. Returnment on this one, Jim.
Looked like he was doing that the first time. This
Yeah.
time it will. 5-yard line. That's where the Cougars will put it in play. 1:06 to go in the half. Again, 2 timeouts remaining for them.
Good call on Escobar, Jim. He had contained, so he comes down and he breaks down and he holds his position. As the return man turns and starts to come his direction, he's going to square up and not let the man get wide of him.
.106 remains. 2 timeouts remaining. A running back to either side of Freddie Corrado. The quarterback awaits the shotgun snap. He has it.
After 6 yards, he comes back to 2. The ball's rifled, but rifled high. Caught and stepped out of bounds does Jose Lopez, but impressive looking pass, but minimal yardage.
Just 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. Got out of bounds, stops the clock, 49.5 seconds remaining in this half.
Do like to stop the clock, but you need more than 2 yards.
The referee is signaling something up to the press box. Do they want to put more time on it? Yeah, 10 seconds. 59 is what's showing on the scoreboard clock now. 2nd down call coming. Cougars from their 28. Corrado back to throw. Looking, steps up into it. He will be hit and dropped. 3rd sack of this opening half for the Bulldogs. That one by J.J. Leonard.
Gabe Decker had the initial pressure from right defensive end. He forced the quarterback to step up. He had an arm on his arm, but couldn't quite pull him down. But he spun him in the direction, as you mentioned, of J.J. Leonard, and that sack goes to J.J. Leonard.
I'd be surprised if Hazleton area does anything here. They can run out the clock, and they have a 3rd down and 11 at their own 24-yard line. Corrado under center. 18 seconds remaining in the half. Corrado back to throw, lost his footing. Then there's a holding call coming up against Hazleton area as Corrado's forced out of bounds with 9 seconds to go in the half.
Forced out of bounds, I believe, well short of the chains. That would set up a 4th down and a punt for Hazleton, so I think Berwick will decline the holding penalty, which, as you said, Jim, a rather obvious one as the quarterback tried to get wide. Everett Snyder can be seen being pulled by the jersey.
So will be a punting situation, and Berwick does have some dangerous people deep with just 9 seconds to go in the half.
Punter is the quarterback. 9 seconds, a little too much to kill by taking this lateral snap and punt formation and running around. You don't want to give the Berwick team one play from there.
Corrado directing traffic, then gets the snap and gets the kick away. Beautiful kick. High and deep. Brady Cleaver muffs it and picks it up. Backtracks to his 30-yard line. Turns the corner, 35, and out to the 40 on what will be the final play of this opening half with the score. Berwick 21, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with the First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Well, we thought that was the end of the first half, but it was not. They were offsetting penalties. Hazleton Area is going to punt it again. There's no time showing on the clock.
And plays into Berwick's hands. They have the potential to be able to block a punt. They have potential for a bad snap rolling toward the end zone they can try to pick up, or the potential for a return. Of course, the only wrong thing that can happen is a punt returner could drop the football and Hazleton can get it. So people hope things are played cleanly. I don't think all the coaches are clear on what happened, Jim.
Hazleton Area trying to get their personnel straightened out for this punt. Corrado is back at the Cougars' 12-yard line. Snap is high. He goes back and gets it, and the ball is partially blocked and goes out of bounds. Now, there is no time showing, so that should be the end of the half. But, boy, if you're a Hazleton Area coaching staff, you really had to worry. That was a high snap, and it's lucky that the punter is 6'5".
Yeah. Got it off and into the stands, and that's what the roar was about. Fans feel they can take a football home with them.
Now, this is the end of the first half with the score. Berwick 21, Hazleton Area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
It's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on Pop Radio.
Berwick High School Marching Band about to entertain here at halftime from Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton. Berwick leading the Cougars of Hazleton area 21-6 at the break. Cougars started quickly. took the opening kickoff, put together a 5-play, 60-yard drive, capped on a 30-yard touchdown pass. Freddie Corrado to Logan Gennaro. Pass over the middle at the 30. Gennaro broke one tackle, got in for the score. The extra point attempt failed, but Hazleton area had an early 6-0 lead, 9:08 to go in the first. Berwick came right back with a scoring drive of their own. 9 plays, 74 yards. Biggest play along the way, a 26-yard run by Caleb May. The drive capped on a 23-yard run by Ty Wilkerson. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led after one quarter, 7-6. And then a big turnaround moment in the game. Early in the second quarter, Hazleton area had driven from their own 8-yard line to the Berwick 43-yard line. 10-play drive all together. 4th and 6, they decided to go for it. They had the play call. They had the pass. The pass was dropped. Berwick took over, and in one play, added to the lead. Ty Wilkerson, a 55-yard touchdown run. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick extended their lead to 14-6. Again, the Cougars had something going offensively. They got a 47-yard completion from Freddie Corrado to Jose Lopez. Eventually, they had the ball at the Berwick 27-yard line, facing a 4th and 9. They set up an inside screen to Xavier Heck. It had worked earlier for big yardage. This time, Skylar Neville read it beautifully, knocked it down, almost intercepted. Berwick took over and put together an 8-play, 73-yard drive, capped with 1:15 to go in the half on Ty Wilkerson's 2-yard run. It was his 11th rushing touchdown of the season, his 3rd of the opening half. He had a 49-yard run along that drive. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick goes in at the break, 21, Hazleton area 6. We'll check stats with Andy Lickney. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard with Chris Algard. All that coming up. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
Got that Berwick Bulldogs spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and Broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, the roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
In case you haven't noticed, warm weather is back. Time for sunny days, family trips, and cool nights cruising with the windows down. Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick get your vehicle ready for the season. Whether you need a state inspection for your car, truck, or motorcycle, a general tune-up, or getting your AC in top shape, MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day, saving you money every step of the way. Schedule an appointment today at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com.
Did you inherit an estate or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton. Berwick leading the Cougars of Hazleton area 21-6. Stats from the opening half, Andy Lickney.
Well, Berwick has the edge, Jim. 205 total yards to 141 for Hazleton. Hazleton's been game, though. In the running game, it's been Xavier Heck. He has 46 yards on 10 carries. It looks very dangerous. Runs hard, runs well, has the speed, has broken some long ones. And so far, Berwick has him on pace to keep him under a 100-yard game. 10 carries for 46 yards for sophomore running back Xavier Heck. Other than that, the other 3 rushes go to quarterback Freddie Corrado. He's been sacked 3 times. He has -7 yards. So a net of 39 yards in the running game on 13 plays, 3 of them being sacks. The other 10 runs by Xavier Heck for 46 yards. They've been passing rather effectively, 8 of 12 for Freddie Corrado here in the first half. No interceptions. He has 102 yards to his credit. They throw to Xavier Heck a lot. 3 catches, 3 for 27. He got one at the line of scrimmage, snuffed out. Caught a 33-yarder on a screen, and caught a screen that lost 6 yards. So a net of 27 on 3 catches for Xavier Heck. Logan Gennaro, he has 2 catches for 20, for 40, the long one being a 30-yard catch. Jose Lopez has 2 catches for 49 yards. Daniel Colon has 1 catch for 6 yards. I got to change my numbers as I did math wrong. Add 20 more yards. Make it 8 of 12 for 122 in the passing game. Add it to the 39 on the ground and make it 161 in total offense for the Hazleton Cougars. They've been game, playing well. Nice balance between the pass and the run, keeping Berwick guessing which way they're going to go. For Berwick offensively, it's been a heavy dose of Tymir Wilkerson. He has 13 carries for 169 yards here at halftime, 3 rushing touchdowns to his credit. Been feeding the ball with regularity. Seems he comes out every now and then after a long run sprinting with the football. Then Gavin Galusha gets a chance. Galusha, 5 carries for 13 yards. And then quarterback Brady Cleaver caught in the backfield once for -3 for him. Caleb May ran a jet sweep. He got 26 yards on his burst. So 205 yards on the ground on 20 carries for Berwick. Nothing in the passing game. They did attempt 1, 0 for 1, no yards. So the net for Berwick in the total offense, 205 yards compared to 161 for Hazleton area Cougars. Jimmy, close game in that regard on the stat sheet. Berwick seems to have the edge and looks comfortable up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and you could say the difference is Berwick finished their drives. Hazleton area didn't.
Yeah, they've had a few 4th down opportunities go awry, a drop pass, and other 4th down opportunities in Berwick territory, but not close enough to make it happen. As you said, Berwick, though, finishing in the end zone with touchdowns.
21-6 is the Bulldog advantage here at the break. We'll check other scores with Chris Algard when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Hey guys, this is Ray.
Chad. And Chad! Up and up. Chad!
So anyway, we're having too much fun here, like you will too if you go to buy a car. We can't even finish a commercial, but if you want a great deal, go to blazegmhazleton.com.
Yeah. On a more serious note, remember we have the lowest price guaranteed. Or we'll give you $1,000.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
A couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. Bulldogs of Berwick wearing their white jerseys, white pants, white helmets, blue numerals, and trim have made their appearance on the far side of the field. Still waiting the arrival of the Cougars of Hazleton area. Berwick leads this one 21-6. For an update on other scores, let's go to Chris Algard.
Yeah, Jim, taking a look at this out-of-town scoreboard. 7-0 lead, Hanover area over Old Forge. That game in the first. A 40-0 lead, Crestwood over Western Wayne. That game also in the first. 21-7 lead, Dallas over Wilkes-Barre area. That game at the half just beginning in the third. A 21-0 lead for Tunkhannock over Nanticoke. That game in the second. Dunmore and Lackawanna Trail tied at 14. That game in the second. Honesdale tied with Mid-Valley 14-14, that game at the half. 27-13 lead for Pittston area over Wyoming Valley West, that game in the second. A 24-7 lead for Delaware Valley over Scranton Prep, that game in the half. 21-0 lead for Abington Heights over Valley View, that game just ending the second quarter. 14-7 lead for Lakeland over Wyoming area. Wyoming area trying to stay 3-0 and make their season 4-0. 21-21, tied into half for Bloomsburg and Warrior Run. A 29-7 lead for Danville over Central Columbia. That game in the second. 21-7 Jersey Shore over Shamokin. Both teams trying to stay unbeaten. That game at the half. A 22-0 lead for Lewisburg over Hughesville. Loyal Sock with a 40-0 lead over Midwest. That game in the second. Mifflinburg with a 35-0 lead over Montoursville. Southern Columbia a 21-16 lead over a big rival in Mount Carmel. 14-3 lead for Selinsgrove over Central Mountain. That game at the half. And Williamsport Shikellamy, a 21-14 lead for Shikellamy over Williamsport. Williamsport looking to make it 4-0. That's it for your out-of-town scoreboard. Jim, back to you.
We'll be following that Hanover area Old Forge game because the Bulldogs are on the road next week to take on Hanover area. And by the way, this is the 96th year that Berwick's playing football at Crispin Field, and it's not as old as the stadium we'll be visiting next week. They're celebrating the 100th season of Hanover football at Memorial Stadium.
Wow.
They are a very, very interesting story. First-year head coach Eric Richardson is the chief of police in Hanover Township, and his contributions to the football program are not just as a coach, as a father, as he has triplets who are all playing as sophomores and playing very well for Hazleton area. So that'll be an interesting story when we go there. For the first time ever for Andy and I, obviously not the first time for a lot of people, considering it's the 100th year for that stadium.
Hanover area. It'll be a new one for me, Jim, as you said, and triplets playing. I knew another head coach who had triplets. Can you name him?
It's Jim Roth.
Jim Roth, but two were girls.
Yes.
Only his son was able to play for him.
Yeah. So 21-6 is the count here, and if this is going to be a game, and certainly there's enough time for it to be a game, Hazleton area will need to make a stop and keep Berwick off the scoreboard as the Bulldogs will get the kickoff to start this second half.
Berwick's power game just has been so strong, Jim. They line up, they put people at the point of attack, they come right at you. Sometimes you're Wilkerson behind it, and if you can't get hands and helmets and bodies on him, you're not bringing him down. If Berwick gets that seam by kicking people out and giving him the C-gap, or if he gets behind the stacked up wing backs behind the right guard, it's just so hard to stop, and Hazleton hasn't found a formula to be able to do it. They were starting to do it with some blitzing down and around the goal line. Berwick called a timeout and said, you know what, we're going to power straight ahead and do it.
Gianna Terse kicks off for the Cougars, a line drive kick fielded by Caleb May at the 14. He drops it, picks it up, gets it to the outside, to the 25, to the 30, the 35, the 40, still on his feet, over the 45, and out to the 47-yard line. What a terrific return by Caleb May.
Yeah, Wilmington Faber finally getting able to pull him down, staying with the play. After fumbling it, sometimes there's a little more urgency to make people miss, and he made a number of people miss using blockers, using jump steps, working his way up from the 20 to the 30 to the 40 before finally he gets pulled down.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. They have it at their own 48-yard line. Everett Snyder is the fullback in an offset. It looks like they're going to start the second half with the Wildcat. No, it's Cleaver taking the handoff, giving it to Ty Wilkerson. He's hit way behind the line, might lose big yardage. Instead, turns to the left corner and picks up some yardage. Ty Wilkerson came outside right with that handoff. Great penetration by Hazleton area. Looked like a 7, 8, 10-yard loss. Instead, he gets into Cougar territory at the 48, a pickup of 4.
He reversed his field deep. And Brady Cleaver, who normally after the handoff gets to just watch the play, turned into a blocker for him, created enough interference for him to get around and get the far sideline.
Cleaver under center. I formation behind him. Wilkerson gets the call off the right side, stood up and brought down at the 45-yard line. That's some really good defense, and it's Xavier Heck from his safety position. He started as a 9th grader last year at that safety spot, and he was terrific and makes a good tackle there. Pickup of 2. It's got to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, they have to cheat everyone up. He's the free safety, though, Jim, but he's going to have to play it like a linebacker. Berwick has not hurt anyone with the pass. No completed passes in this game.
3rd down call coming. There's the Wildcat, the direct snap to Ty Wilkerson, who gets the first down with second effort to the 39-yard line. Just kept those legs churning.
Second or third effort, Jim. He should have been stopped 2 yards short. Then he should have been stopped 1 yard short. But he just will not quit. Power in the legs, kept powering and powering and powering and getting the chains.
1st and 10, 6 yards on the pickup by Ty Wilkerson. We are just underway here in the 3rd. Berwick on the march at the Cougars' 40-yard line. We see a new lineman on the field for Berwick at the right tackle position. We'll tell you about that after this play. As the call goes to Wilkerson off the left side, looking for some room, picks up about 3 to the 37-yard line. Yeah, starting this second half, DeMarcus McMillan, a sophomore, 6'4", 285 pounds. Starting at that right tackle position for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, noticed him in when you mentioned it, Jim. Good size. Going to add to the size of the line. The line normally goes 264 pounds a man when Nico Lonzinski's in there at center. You're going to add to that with a 285-pound right tackle playing.
3rd down and 7. 2nd and 7. Berwick at the Cougar 37. Brady Cleaver under center. Double tight end alignment. I formation. Wilkerson gets the call off the right side. Breaks one tackle and another. There's a flag down the play as he gets to the 30-yard line. Might have enough for the first down, but it might come back.
Might. Linesman here on the near side through it. Going to see a hold on the part of Berwick. Draven Geiger had a killer pancake block on his man. I sure thought it was legal from the angle I had, but somewhere on this near side, there was a holding.
And it's Gabe Decker, the tight end, that is called. So take it back to the 47-yard line and bring up second down and 17.
Never heard dragnet music being played on a penalty.
Years ago, the PA got in trouble. I forget where the game was, but
Pittsburgh, I think, West Virginia, they got in trouble.
Three blind mice was what they were playing. Second and long, Berwick at the 47-yard line of the Cougars. McMillan has come out of there now as Berwick was going to use the timeout. 9:11 remaining, third quarter, 21-6 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick football on Pop Radio.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
9:11 remaining, third quarter. Berwick just used a timeout to talk about this second and 17 situation. They do have it at the Hazleton area 47-yard line. Bulldogs leading this one 21-6.
C.J. Curry does call all the offensive plays. It's a lot of good input from Nick Dawson, the offensive line coach, who's been around and understands the game very well. I think when you're thinking second and very long like this, you think, I'm going to get it all at once. Let's think of 2 or 3 plays to get the chains.
Wilkerson is the running back. Cleaver fakes a toss to him, keeps the football, is inside the 40 and down to the 36-yard line of the Cougars. So a fake pitch to Wilkerson, that always gets a lot of attention. Cleaver has the speed to get outside. They're marking it at the Cougar 36, a pickup of 11. Third down and 6. Sam Heller made that last stop for Hazleton area.
Yeah, I love the design of the play. And when you have time to stop and think after the timeout, you think, what do we do to get a good 10, 15 yards or more? And that fake pitch, and then go opposite. Quarterback counter look, and Cleaver runs hard.
Third and 6. Berwick at the 36 of Hazleton area. Straight I formation, play action. Cleaver back to throw, looking long. It's one-on-one in the end zone. The ball goes incomplete. Ball came up short. Good coverage downfield.
Yeah, throwing deep to Alex Estrella, and the corner managed to stay with him very, very well. Ball does come up short, but the coverage was just a little too good anyway for it to have a chance of completion. Probably set up a punting situation.
I doubt it.
Field position, you're right, Jimmy. They've crossed the 50.
4th and 6, the ball at the Hazleton area 36. So the freshman quarterback, Brady Cleaver, trotted to the sideline. Got the play call. Here we go. This is a big play for Hazleton area. They have to keep Berwick off the board to stay in this game early here in the third. They trail 21-6. 4th and 6, Bulldogs. Cleaver out of the gun. And we have another timeout. Referee looking this way slowly. Too much time in the part of Berwick. Now maybe we will see a punt.
Changing personnel. Surprised they're able to run down the clock that quickly. Of course, when the play's way down in the end zone and everyone has to get back toward the huddle and you got to get the play in, depends how quickly they start that 25-second clock.
So the Cougars get a stop they needed to have here early in the third. And Caleb Yost will be standing back at the Berwick 46-yard line. He had a 53-yard punt earlier in this one. His longest of the season, 58. It's a short snap to Ashton Smith. He throws a pass to Estrella. He's got the first down, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. He's in for a touchdown. Berwick fakes the punt. A short snap to Ashton Smith. He finds Estrella, They go the distance, 41 yards for the score.
Take that time out, consider the change or the delay of game, but anyway, the situation, the field position makes it look like we have to punt. They feel they're close enough to take the risk. They go with a high-risk fake punt, and boy, they come up roses.
Alex Estrella with his second touchdown reception of the season. The first of the season for Ashton Smith, who played a lot of quarterback last season. Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. Snap placement, kick is up. Kick is good. Timeout in the field, 8:07 to go in the third. Berwick 28, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
C.J. Curry pulls one out of his bag of tricks to start this third quarter. Berwick, fourth down from the 41-yard line of the Cougars, 4th and 11. Punt formation. Gabe Decker with the short snap to Ashton Smith, the backup quarterback. He throws it long downfield to Alex Estrella, who does the rest. 41 yards for the score. Berwick extends their lead to 28-6. 8:07 to go in the third.
Estrella went far enough downfield to get the chains, Jim. And then after the catch, he was able to catch it in stride. Did some real nice running, a little veering left and right and high stepping to get in.
Yost's kick will be fielded at the 15-yard line, then on the reverse to the opposite sideline and down that sideline over the 45 and out to midfield. So the Cougars come up with some special teams magic.
Xavier Heck took the handoff, went behind his man, and really started bursting down that sideline before Yost, the last man down, plays it as a safety as the kicker should, was able to kind of square up, slow him down, and then he and a teammate ran Heck out of bounds.
So the Cougars, with their first possession of the second half, they trail Berwick now 28-6. They have great field position at their own 43-yard line as they move from our right to our left.
Been successful passing, 8 of 12 for 122 yards in the first half. Not bad running with Xavier Heck either, pushing 50 yards on the ground.
And no breather for him after that
No.
run. He is in there. He seldom comes off the field for this team. Corrado under center, gives to Heck, tries the right side, and Xavier Heck gets at least to midfield. Good first down carry by him. J.J. Leonard in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's a dynamo, Jim. He's a force. I thought it was 5 yards, marked it on my sheet, and I look now at that illuminated marker. It's more like an 8 or 9 yard gain as he just kept pushing ahead.
2nd and 2. Cougars at the Bulldog 49-yard line. Freddie Corrado, the quarterback, is under center. Xavier Heck takes a toss sweep left side, hit way behind the line. He'll lose yardage back to the 44-yard line.
Everett Smith.
Everett Snyder.
Everett Snyder coming in hard from the nose guard. Really got penetration. Almost ran by the man as the ball carrier slid off the tackle. But then as he slowed down, Snyder comes back and grabs him and trips him up. So after an 8-yard gain, we're going to see a 6-7 yard loss.
3rd and 7 for the Cougars at their 45. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Corrado sends a man in motion to the left. So 5 receivers to choose from as he has the shotgun snap and he's back to throw and he fires over the middle, incomplete. Had a man at the 40 almost making the play was Logan Gennaro.
Almost, but Berwick also had defenders in the area ready to put a pop on him if he tried to make the catch. Would have had the chains if he was able to hold on, but a little bit overthrown.
Corrado back to do the punting. Brady Cleaver and Gavin Galusha deep for the Bulldogs. So Berwick gets a score on their first third quarter possession. And then they stop Hazleton area and will get it back.
Referees stopped the play. I think there's a sideline warning against Berwick, so not really a flag or a change of field position.
Yeah, and it's funny, I didn't see anybody move on that Berwick sideline. But the referee did his duty, and we're ready to go. Corrado standing back at the Cougar 31-yard line. Snap. Kick is away. Low line drive kick. Brady Cleaver will field it on a short hop at the 25-yard line and dances out of bounds at about the 30, maybe the 31. So Berwick will get it back as they had a 27-yard punt and a 4-yard return. Andy, there's so many reasons why Berwick is a better football team than they were a year ago. One of the problems they had, for whatever reason, third quarter was their worst quarter a year ago. They were outscored by a lot in that third quarter. This season, we're now into the fourth game. Berwick in the third quarter, 42, the opposition, nothing.
Wow. Very, very impressive stat, Jim.
Bulldogs at their 36-yard line with a 1st and 10. Cleaver out of the pistol. Sends a man in motion, gives the ball straight ahead to Ty Wilkerson, and he might go the distance. 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in for the score. 64 yards. Another typically spectacular Friday night for Ty Wilkerson.
Give him 249 on the game, Jim, after that touchdown run. It's at least his 4th. I believe it's 4 now officially. He patiently waited for things to open, almost a little bit of a delay. Handoff seemed to have a little counter motion to it. And then as people came through the line, they got pushed aside, and things opened up in the B gap on the right side. And then no one there once he sprinted through it. Again, people with angles just can't catch him.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Snap placement. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 6:23 to go in the third. Berwick 35, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
In case you haven't noticed, warm weather is back. Time for sunny days, family trips, and cool nights cruising with the windows down. Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick get your vehicle ready for the season. Whether you need a state inspection for your car, truck, or motorcycle, a general tune-up, or getting your AC in top shape, MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day, saving you money every step of the way. Schedule an appointment today at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Ty Wilkerson's 64-yard touchdown run, his 4th of the night, has extended Berwick's lead to 35-6. Andy, I hope we never, ever take 200-yard rushing games for granted.
249 by my count, Jim, and I'm pretty accurate on, when you can say it's exactly this or it's exactly that. He's averaging on his 18 carries, 13.8 yards a carry in this game. Just amazing what he can do. And he'll certainly credit the blocking and the play design on that. A little bit more of a delay. I don't know if it's a counteraction in the backfield, but boy, the B gap opened as people were sort of allowed to come on through and got pushed wide, and then there was just no one there in the next levels.
Kickoff coming from sophomore Caleb Yost, who's been perfect on extra points tonight. His kick is high and deep, beautiful kick down around the 7. It's Xavier Heck to the far side. Berwick covers it very, very well. It'll be brought down about the 24-yard line. So the Cougars will get it. Berwick in control, looking for their 4th straight win. Again, you have to go back to the 2019 season where the Bulldogs started 4-0. They're well on their way, although there's still 6:16 to go in this third quarter.
Ashton Smith getting down there and being a big part of that tackle. Does a great job on specialty team play. Very visible on the fake punt when they snapped to him. He had the poise to get it on out to his receiver, Alex Estrella, who after the catch where he was sure to make the chains, then turned on into a sprinter himself, to go 41 yards to reach the end zone with some nice veers and some high stepping to get away from potential tacklers on the fake punt.
Cougars at their 24 with a first down. Corrado gives the ball to Heck. Tries the middle of the Berwick defense. He'll pick up just a couple on the play. You know, Alex Estrella is so important to this football team as a safety. He's the communication man back there. He gets everybody set. But he is becoming a force as a wide receiver these last 2 weeks.
He has the good moves and the speed to get beyond people, so he certainly is a deep threat.
2 yards there for Xavier Heck, 2nd and 8. Cougars at their 26. Corrado out of the gun. Straight drop back to throw. Looking. Here comes the rush. Rolls left. Wants to throw it and does at the last minute. Out of bounds, it will be an incompletion. He was in the grasp.
He certainly was. Everett Snyder had him in the grasp again, coming hard. Jim, they've thrown a flag. Now, was there a hold before they were able to bring him down? Did he throw it away to avoid the sack? Would it be grounding? Yeah, the rules at different levels of football, you know, sometimes you're outside of the tackle zone, but no, it will be a grounding. He would have been sacked if he didn't throw it away. No receiver in the area, so even though he's approaching the sideline, irrelevant in the high school game. No, holding. Oh.
Yes.
Holding and grounding. One of each.
And it is a loss of down as well.
So they'll mark it from the point where the sack would have occurred, then march the penalty and loss of down. Well, that's about as bad as you can get.
We mentioned before the game that Berwick has not faced a team that has thrown a lot of passes. So we weren't sure that Berwick could really get after the passer. Now we're sure.
Oh, yeah.
3 sacks, and that one would have been.
Everett Snyder leading the way in this game with his penetration.
3rd and 22. Corrado inside the 5, back to throw. He's going to run with it. Gets what he can before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be 4th and long, and the punt team will be on the field for the Cougars.
Little pre-snap read. He saw Berwick spread out in its pass rush, and there'd be an opening in the C gap. So while he did drop back and scan the field, when he saw quick coverage, he decided I can split the defensive end and defensive tackle on my left side and run for yardage, but nowhere near approaching the chains.
Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line as Corrado back to punt. And J.J. Cleaver, Gavin Galusha deep. Again, a high snap, but Corrado pulls it down. Low line drive kick. Galusha has it over midfield and gets to the 47-yard line for the Cougars. 37 yards in the punt, 6 yards on the return. Great field position for the Bulldogs with 5:17 to go in the third, and they lead Hazleton area by a score of 35-6.
Specialty team player Wilmington Fabra is just 5'8", 125 pounds, Jim, and that's the 3rd tackle we've seen make on specialty teams. So a big game for the youngster.
1st and 10 for Berwick at the Cougar 45-yard line.
Huddling on the sideline with coach. 25-second clock has not started. Not going to be whistled until the ball is set. And they're still not putting it out. Well, plenty of time to get in from the sideline right to the football and take the snap.
And your guy that you just praised as a special teams player has earned a spot on the defense as he comes in to play corner for the Cougars. Out of the Wildcat, direct snap to Ty Wilkerson, turns the corner, 35, 30, still on his feet, down to the 21-yard line.
Making it look easy, Jim. I don't know if Hazleton's fatiguing. They only play 5 two-way players, but the perimeter's really been there as Berwick is giving Ty Wilkerson the corner, that time running left toward the Berwick sideline and comfortably moving the chains with a plus 20 yards on the run.
23 yards exactly for Ty Wilkerson. First down, Berwick at the Hazleton area 22-yard line. Wilkerson again out of the Wildcat, takes the snap, tries the right side. This time the Cougars are all over it. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Andy, the score being what it is, I don't think this will happen, but Ty Wilkerson could break his own school record, which is 366 yards. He's certainly capable of that if he stayed in to the very end, which I don't think he will.
Even if he doesn't, Jim, the thing is, if Berwick scores somewhat and you keep him in to start the next quarter, he can go 70, 80 yards on any one play. You know, it's not like he needs 6, 7, 8 carries to drive it all the way in. Any one play can go 70 yards.
2nd and 10, Berwick at the Cougar 22-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. 2 blocking backs to the right. Faked pitch to Wilkerson. The give is to Everett Snyder. He's got running room. The 15, the 10, and down to the 9-yard line.
Oh, what a neat design to the play. You mentioned you have the 2 wings stacked over the guard. It looked like it was going to be counter Trey with them pulling to kick out the defensive end on the left. One pulls, the other pulls behind him. That's Everett Snyder, and they sneak him the football. I've never seen such a call, but it certainly was effective, and Everett Snyder will take that nice run.
13 yards on the carry by Everett Snyder. Berwick, 1st and goal at the 9. Galusha is in there at the running back spot. Gavin Galusha straight ahead, dives for the end zone, and he's in for the score. Galusha from 9 yards out.
Give him 22 on the game. Berwick stacks the blockers, basically saying, we're going to run here on the inside between the guards, try to stop us. Galusha takes the handoff, follows the power blocks, and works his way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt coming from the sophomore Caleb Yost, who's been perfect on those tonight.
5 of 5.
Gabe Decker's done a nice job with the long snapping. Ashton Smith with the holds. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. No good. Just the second miss of the season for the sophomore. But the score remains in the mercy rule mode. 3:14 remaining in the third. Berwick 41, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Gavin Galusha gets into the scoring for Berwick with a 9-yard run straight ahead, extending the Bulldogs' lead to 41-6, 3:14 to go in the third. And with that 35-point margin, we will be in the mercy rule for the rest of this game.
Rare miss by Caleb Yost. To look to the officials to double check that he missed, because he's usually that sure of a thing. He'll be kicking off soccer style from midfield again.
Kick is high and deep to the far side, fielded by Gennaro at the 11. The return to the 20, tries to get outside left, does so at the 30 and out to the 36. Nice return by Logan Gennaro, a senior, making the play on special teams. Blake Gensel for the Bulldogs.
Blake Gensel did a real nice job. He had contain here on the right side, and he was not going to let Gensel get outside of him. Played it very nice and held Gennaro in.
The ball at the Cougar 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for them. Clock running in the mercy rule, under 3 minutes to go here in the third. And a whistle.
Timeout Berwick, I believe.
Oh, not the right personnel, I suppose.
Yep.
2:48 to go in the third. Bulldogs lead at 41-6. You're listening to Berwick football on Pop Radio.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
2:48 remaining in the third quarter. Berwick with the big lead at 41-6 following the Bulldog timeout. Hazleton area with the ball at their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Freddie Corrado has the snap. Gives the ball to Xavier Heck, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play. Defended very well by the Bulldogs.
Brock Sims, very aggressive from the outside linebacker. May have been blitzing on that. Came from the outside defensive left over to the middle of the field and just about made the stop in the backfield. No gain.
Brady Cleaver will come out of the lineup. Sawyer Kelly replaces him at the corner position. We also see Connor Roberts as C.J. Curry starts to get some subs in there as the third quarter winding down. 2:10 remaining. Corrado looks to the sideline for the play call. He has a running back to either side of him as he drops back to throw. Big pass rush, and he'll be sacked by Ashton Smith back at the 23-yard line.
When Ashton Smith gets his opportunities, he makes very visible plays. We've seen him on specialty teams throwing touchdowns. We've seen him on specialty teams making tackles. Now from a defensive end position, he rushes hard from the defensive right, and the quarterback just has nowhere to go.
Injured player on the field. We'll take a timeout. 1:50 to go in the third. Bulldogs 41, Cougars 6. You're listening to Berwick football on Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You're looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
W234BH West Hazleton at 94.7, WVWX at W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station.
WHLM Bloomsburg.
1:50 remaining in this third quarter. The news gets worse for Hazleton area. Freddie Corrado, their quarterback, was that injured player as they face a third down and long from back at their 23-yard line. It's a handoff to Xavier Heck, and he's going nowhere on the play as they put Matthew Burke in at quarterback. He just handed off, and now the punt team will come on. And remember, Corrado's the punter as well. If you watch the NFL, you watch major college football, you hear about people going into the tent after an injury. Well, they do it here, not on the visitor side, but here at the home side. They do have an injury evaluation tent, and that's where Corrado is now.
Snaps have been high. Got that one there.
And the punt is away. And Berwick should let it roll. What is Gavin Galusha doing? He's dancing around the football, just daring it to hit his leg. Somehow he avoided it happening, and Berwick will keep the football at their 44-yard line. That punt was by Johnny Terse, who does their place kicking.
Yeah, and again, we've been seeing high snaps to the 6'5" punter. Terse only goes 5'10", but that snap was lower, handled it well, got it off.
I know that's one of your pet peeves, Andy.
Oh.
When a punt is rolling and there's no intention of returning it, the only thing that can happen is the ball hitting you and give it to the opposition. And boy, Gavin Galusha had to do a dance to get away from that one in a situation where he shouldn't have been anywhere near it. But anyhow, Berwick will take over at their 44-yard line. And let's see, with 48 seconds. Ahead, and he gets to the
You're going to stretch his legs out for a painful cramp, and we'll have another stoppage.
That's the first one of those, that variety of injury that we've had in this game. I want to remind you that on our sister station, Bigfoot Country 106.5, we have college football coming your way. Regrettably, noon, we'll have it for you. Al Monaconis, Chris Algard, and I will be on hand. The coverage will start at 11:30 with the Frank Sheptock Show. Well, Everett Snyder is on his feet.
Anyway, Berwick huddling on the sideline. We'll see who's...
Of Everett Snyder. I formation. Roberts at the tail of the tandem. He gets the call, tries the left side, looks for some room, and nothing there. He gets a yard, maybe two on the play, as Joel Vasquez made the stop on the last play of this third quarter. 3 in the books here at Harmon Guy Stadium. Berwick 41, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
3 quarters in the books here at Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton. Berwick 41, Hazleton area 6. Bulldogs, third down call coming. They have it at the Cougar 49-yard line. Brady Cleaver gives straight ahead to Ashton Smith, who's playing the fullback spot, and he picks up the first down and then some.
Tough kid. Likes to run, likes to contact, whether it's tackling or whether it's running, whether it's blocking. He likes to go straight on ahead, Ashton Smith.
8 yards on the carry, 1st and 10. For Berwick at the Cougar 41-yard line. Bulldogs have done some massive substituting. Look at that offensive line. Jameer Ramos is in there. DeMarcus McMillan at the left tackle position. Henry Snyder, who has seen some starting action for Berwick at the center position is in there. I formation. Connor Roberts stumbling as he tries to get outside left. He'll pick up just a yard to the 40-yard line as he's brought down by Joel Vasquez. 2nd and 9 for Berwick.
Yeah, Joel Vasquez really squared up nicely, gave no room for Connor Roberts to run.
Yeah, they're actually moving it back at the 41, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Berwick. Brady Cleaver remains in there, but I don't expect to see him doing any passing or running for that matter. Just in there to get the snap and keep things going. As Brett Eisenhower is in there as Berwick beats the snap. And a walk-off against the Bulldogs of illegal procedure.
Showed good quickness by that backup right tackle. Problem is, not the snap count. Moving back 5.
2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs, who will be at Hazleton area next Friday night. Last year when those teams played, it was the first meeting since 1949. As Berwick, 2nd down and 15.
From the Cougars 46.
At the Cougar 46-yard line. Call goes to Ashton Smith, straight ahead, breaks one tackle, another to 35, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and dives for the pylon, gets it for the touchdown. Ashton Smith, 46 yards for the score.
Beautiful run. Rather vanilla play going up the middle, but they might have expected the tailback to take the carry. Instead, Ashton Smith, the fullback, takes it on the quick hitter, finds the seam, then off to the races. Man diving for him near the 5-yard line, but he's able to kick away and dive into the end zone for the score.
46 yards altogether. Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith as he tries to regain his breath. The snap is low, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 9:41 to go. Berwick.
Extra point is good. Your score, Berwick.
48, Hazleton area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
Hey guys, this is Ray.
Chad. And
Chad!
up and up.
So anyway, we're having too much fun here, like you will too if you go to buy a car. We can't even finish a commercial, but if you want a great deal, go to blazegmhazleton.com.
Yeah. On a more serious note, remember we have the lowest price guaranteed. Or we'll give you $1,000.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
9:41 to go in the game. It is all Berwick. They lead 48-6. Latest score, a 46-yard run by Ashton Smith. Andy, I'm sure Ashton Smith was disappointed when he didn't get the starting quarterback job to start this season, but he is contributing in a lot of different ways for this Berwick football team.
He really is, Jim. He's very involved in specialty team play. Of course, you need a solid backup quarterback. At any moment in the game, things can go awry. He can help you at defensive end. He can certainly help you at fullback. No, he stays very visible in a number of different roles.
Hazleton area quarterback Freddie Corrado came out of the injury tent. He's got his pads off. Does have some tape on his left shoulder. As the kick is fielded down the 10-yard line. Nice kickoff by Caleb Yost. And the return just to the 20-yard line as Berwick has people down there. Gavin Galusha in on the stop. So the Cougars will get it as they have 9:32 to try to get on the board. They scored on their first possession of this game. They have not scored since. And, you know, we talked about Berwick dominating the third quarter of games. They've been so good at and that line of theirs, as good as it is, has been even better in the second half of games. And that's really something to look at.
You know, you're talking conditioning, Jim. Weight room's one thing, but then also the running that you do, that you wear down the opposition and you become more dominant.
Matt Burke is the quarterback.
Well,
he Tried to hand off, lost it, and he'll lose yardage back to the 14-yard line. Blake Gensel in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, struggling with the snap, not used to taking them. We have a lot of number 2s, number 3s in there, trying to get some action, and the Hazleton quarterback struggling there.
Loss of 6. Second down and 16 for the Cougars. We mentioned Berwick on the road at Hanover area next week. For the Cougars of Hazleton area, they'll be in Kingston to take on Wyoming Valley West next Friday. High formation. Give to the tailback, who is going nowhere on the play. As Brock Sims he's still in there.
Yeah.
He made the tackle.
Looked
at
like
the 15-yard line.
12, Andrew Lucarino with the catch. He had 3 carries on the year, with the touch inside, but Berwick's still playing very strong defense.
3rd and 17 as Burke tried to the sideline to get the play call from
their own 15.
Head coach Scott Sacco in his first season. Got his first career win last week against West Hazleton. But Berwick has dominated this one. Bulldogs going to go to 4-0 to start this season.
Ooh.
Burke under center. The ball pops free. Scramble is on. And
Berwick.
The Cougars, I think, got on it.
I don't think so, Jim, unless they blew it dead earlier. I think Berwick's number 4, Sawyer Keller, came up with that football, and it will be Berwick ball in the red zone. It was a snap that went through the quarterback's hands. It went up in the air. It went toward the tailback. And then between the tailback, the fullback, and the quarterback, you would think one of them would have been able to fall on it, but it was a hot potato. Bounced back toward the Berwick linebackers, and Sawyer Burke comes up with that.
So the Bulldogs have it at the Cougar 15-yard line. Clock running, 7:30 to go in this one. And Berwick with the big lead at 48-6. Gathered around head coach C.J. Curry on the sideline. Connor Roberts lines up as the fullback as the officials stop play. Timeout.
I believe Hazleton.
JoJo Santiago had come on for the Bulldogs to be the tailback. We'll keep it here. Remind you to stay with us. Following this game, Andy will have all the stats. Chris Algard will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard. A couple of interesting battle of unbeatens going on tonight. We'll get an update on them. 7:10 remaining. Berwick played well in the first half, even better here in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So what will Ty Wilkerson end up with, Andy?
I have him with 272 yards. Let's see how many carries. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 for 272 yards. 272.
From the 15-yard line, toss sweep right side to Santiago. JoJo Santiago tries to get outside right. He is ridden down after pickup of 2, maybe 3 on the play. Andrew Lucarino making the stop for the Cougars. So first carry of the season for a sophomore, JoJo Santiago, 5'8", 155-pounder.
We ever have a Berwick player wear the number 0, Jim?
I cannot recall.
I don't recall that either.
Did Billy Hansen wear that last year?
Possibility.
I think so. So the ball down at the 12, pickup of 3 for Santiago. Second down and 7. Cleaver under center, toss sweep to Santiago. Tries the left side, nothing there. Cuts it to the right side, inside the 5-yard line, down around the 3. Nice move, nice vision by Santiago.
Yes, it was. Wanted to sweep left, saw it was going to be pent up. Cut back against the grain to go over his right guard, and eventually Stay El Tassi able to come back and make a play on him, keep him from going into the end zone.
Give Santiago 8 on the play. First and goal. Berwick at the Cougar 4. Again, Santiago is the tailback. Connor Roberts is the fullback, ahead of him in the I. Cleaver under center. From the 4, Santiago takes the handoff and is buried down at the 10-yard line. Jason Zamudio with the stop for the Cougars, as they'll mark it at the 9-yard line.
Loss of 5 on the play.
Loss of 5. Second and goal for Berwick.
He just went unblocked, Jim. You know, there's trouble with some of the blocking schemes when you have so many new people in. And it ended up that man, Jason Zamudio, was untouched and had a free pass right to the backfield.
From the 9-yard line, second and goal. Slot to the left side, Cleaver under center. Toss sweep left side to Santiago. Looking for room, there's none there. He'll lose a yard. Back to the 10-yard line. He'll bring up third down and goal.
Wilmington Fabre coming in for yet another tackle in this game. Santiago again looking to sweep left. Thought of cutting back against the grain. Said, nah, I should try to trust my blocking. Just couldn't make anything happen.
Third down and goal. Berwick at the Hazleton area 10-yard line. Clock is stopped for some reason. It's a penalty against Berwick, which is declined. And Bulldogs will have it at the 10. This clock begins to run once again.
Loss of 1 on the play. Third and goal for the Bulldogs.
Again, the I formation. JoJo Santiago is the tailback. Connor Roberts ahead of him. Third and goal. Roberts gets the call. Tries the left side. Will pick up a couple to about the 7-yard line. It's got to be fourth and goal for Berwick.
Running hard off the left side, but again, Coach Curry running a very vanilla offense. Sweeps and dives, nothing too tricky. Just trying to make Hazleton stop his personnel with their personnel.
Fourth and goal. Bulldogs moving from our right to our left this final period. They have the ball at the Cougar 8-yard line. Cleaver trying to get his players set in the right position. Toss sweep right side. Santiago, he'll be buried for a loss back at the 15-yard line. Nice defensive work. Andrew Lucarano makes the play, and the Cougars turn back. The Bulldogs will take over the ball with 3:16 remaining.
Bulldogs turnover on downs.
I enjoyed watching Brady Cleaver run this second unit, Jim. He'd come out, he'd scan the field, he'd make sure his flanker's right, he'd move him back or move him in, make sure everything is set. Very calm, very poised, sort of a good generalship of his team.
And again, that's coming from a 9th grader. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that. As the Cougars take over at their own 14-yard line. A couple of plays for them to run. They've been having trouble with the exchange. This time they do get it to the running back, but he is buried for a loss of a couple back to the 12.
Looks like number 13, Mark Zellin, taking that handoff. And again, you mentioned it's a challenge just to get a clean snap and then try to work the handoff. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Second down call coming from the 12-yard line.
Second 11 for the Cougars.
So with this win, Berwick will have avenged losses to the first 4 teams on their schedule from a year ago. And they've done so in really convincing fashion. As the second down call coming. Burke under center. High formation behind him. Tailback gets it, and he is buried right at the line of scrimmage, which is the 12-yard line.
Yeah, they're basically just trying to get plays off where they're not going to fumble the snap or fumble the exchange. They're running between the tackles and watching that clock tick on down.
Chaotic status on the carry.
Third down coming for the Cougars.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Cougars.
Third down and 9. As Burke under center. Toss sweep, right side. Berwick's all over Connor Roberts with an aggressive play.
And an aggressive play on the tackle before that as well. He's playing inside linebacker, and he's making the play on the dives. This time it's a pitch, a sweep, try to get outside, and he's still right on top of the play to knock it for a loss.
So the punt team will come on. Remember, the punter is the injured quarterback,
Stop by Santiago.
Corrado. So their place kicker, Gianna Terse, will do the punting. He's 2 yards deep in his own end zone. And he gets the punt away off the side of his foot. Takes a Berwick bounce and will roll dead at the 23-yard line. So that's where Berwick will put in play for one more snap to make this one official. And what an impressive performance by Berwick. Hazleton area gave them some problems earlier, scored on their first possession, and had a couple of other drives in the first half that came up short in Berwick territory. But this second half has been all Berwick as they continue their second half domination through the first 4 games of the season.
23-yard line.
Really do put it together in the second half. And again, conditioning as well as game time strategy, halftime adjustments, whatever the cause, that'll be a combination of everything.
A couple of penalties against Berwick they won't be happy with, but boy, C.J. Curry's going to have to nitpick to find things to complain about as the knee is taken, and that will do it. Teams will meet at the center of the field. The final score is Berwick 48, Hazleton area 6. Stay tuned for our post-game show. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Bulldogs complete their revenge tour, 4-0 against teams that defeated them at the start of the season last season. Here it's 48-6 over Hazleton area. Cougars, off the opening kickoff, put together a 60-yard scoring drive, touchdown, 30-yard pass from Freddie Corrado to Logan Gennaro. Extra point failed, but it was a 6-0 Hazleton area lead. Berwick came back with a scoring drive of their own on their first possession, 9 plays, 74 yards. Ty Wilkerson. First of his 4 touchdowns on the night from 23 yards out. 26-yard run by Caleb May was big on the drive. Caleb Yost with the extra point gave Berwick the lead after 7-6 in that second quarter. Hazleton area drove from their 8 to the Berwick 43-yard line, but a 4th and 6 pass was dropped. Berwick took over. That really turned the game around because Ty Wilkerson, 1-play drive, 55 yards for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick extended their lead to 14-6. Again, Hazleton area moved the ball from their 35 to the Berwick 27. 4th and 9 play, they tried an inside screen, which had worked earlier, to Xavier Heck, but Skylar Neville read it really well, knocked it down, almost intercepted. Berwick took over, put together an 8-play, 73-yard scoring drive. Ty Wilkerson from the 2-yard line. He also had a 49-yard run along the way. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led at the half, 21-6. And then off the second half kickoff, Berwick appeared that they were going to punt from the 41-yard line of Hazleton area on a 4th and 11. Instead, a short snap to Ashton Smith. He threw a pass downfield to Alex Estrella. He made some moves, got into the end zone for the score. Yost with the extra point. The play went 41 yards. Berwick extended the lead to 28-6. Another of those patented 1-yard drives later, 6:23 to go in the third. Ty Wilkerson, a 64-yard run. Berwick extended the lead to 35-6. Then Gavin Galusha put a cap on the third quarter, scoring 9 yards on the touchdown. 4-play, 45-yard drive. Berwick took the lead after a rare miss by Caleb Yost, 41-6. And then the final score came with 9:41 to play. Ashton Smith at the fullback spot, 46 yards for the touchdown. Caleb Yost with the extra point. No other scoring in the game. The final, Berwick 48, Hazleton area 6. Stats in tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Yeah, overwhelmingly in favor of Berwick, Jim, in total yardage, 426 yards for Berwick, 150 for Hazleton. Bright spot for Hazleton would be the running of Xavier Heck. Impressive young man. I have him with 15 carries for 48 positive yards. Berwick pretty much kept him in check in the second half, but they pretty much kept all of Hazleton in check in the second half. Xavier Heck had 10 for 46 at halftime. Finishes with just 2 yards more on 15 total carries with 48 yards. Number of runners toward the end of the game had a carry for -2 yards each. Freddie Corrado, the starting quarterback, I have him sacked on 4 occasions. 5 carries in all for -14 yards. Passing, he had a nice first half, 8 of 12 for 122 yards. I have him with 2 incompletes in the second half, so he finishes 8 for 14 for the same 122. There's a net of just 28 yards in the running game because of the sacks and last yardage by the number 2s. Factor it in with Heck's 48 yards, and you get a net of just 28 yards rushing, 122 in the passing game, 150 yards even for Hazleton on the game. For Berwick, 385 rushing, 41 passing. Brady Cleaver, 0 for 1. Ashton Smith in fake punt formation throws a 41-yard touchdown to Alex Estrella. Beautiful play, nice design, caught Hazleton, and really looked good. Ashton Smith credited with the 41-yard touchdown pass, and give Alex Estrella that reception. In the running game, again, almost all Tymir Wilkerson. 20 carries, 272 yards. Saw very little action in the third and into the fourth period, almost none. 272 yards. Very strong game again for Ty Wilkerson. Galusha chips in, 6 carries for 22. Jojo Santiago at the end, 5 carries for 3. Everett Snyder got 2 carries and looked good, 22 yards on his 2 carries. Team took a kneel down. Connor Roberts, 3 carries for 5. Running the ball, Ashton Smith from fullback with the second teamers went 54 yards, including a touchdown run on 2 carries. Brady Cleaver, 2 carries for 8. I have 42 rushes for 385 yards, ending in the bulk of the 385, 272 of it, Tymir Wilkerson. Passing the 41 yards gives Berwick a net of 426 on the game. Very impressive win, Jim.
48-6 is the final here. For an update on other scores, let's go to Chris Algard.
Thanks, Jim. Taking a look at this out-of-town scoreboard. Hanover area 33-0 lead over Old Forge. That game in the third. Wilkes-Barre area tied 21-21 with Dallas in the fourth. Tunkhannock over Nanticoke 46-6. A Tunkhannock lead. That game in the third. Lackawanna trail ahead 30-28 over Dunmore. That game in the fourth. A final between Mid-Valley and Honesdale, 42-21 win for Mid-Valley. Delaware Valley and Scranton Prep, a 49-13 lead for Scranton Prep. That game in the fourth. Abington Heights with a 38-7 lead over Valley View. That game in the fourth. Wyoming area stays strong, a 31-14 win over Lakeland, moving to 4-0 on the season. Bloomsburg with a strong lead, 42-21 over Warrior Run, looking to go 4-0 for the first time since 2011. A big win for Danville, 43-7 win over Central Columbia. Jersey Shore, Shamokin tied 28-28 in the fourth quarter. One of those teams looking to stay unbeaten. A 36-0 win for Lewisburg over Hughesville, and a 40-20 win Loyalsock over Midwest. That's it for your out-of-town scoreboard. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you very much, Chris. For Hazleton area, they dropped to 1-3 on the season with this loss. They'll be at Wyoming Valley West next Friday.